the crack of noon. You're welcome to join us around the table. We're dragons in the dining room. We're dragons in the dining room.
It's people!
Hey, yes, hello everybody.
Hey.
Welcome to Dragons in the Dining Room. This is DM Rep, and we are finally back in the dining room. Mostly, except for the thing holding the derp sign in the middle seat. That would be...
Commence.
Yeah. Just making sure you're there, Zach, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Awesome.
Does anybody recall what happened last time? Also, before we jump into that, because my brain's going ADHD mode, welcome to Band of Wanderers. I don't know why I asked that right away.
Because you're excited.
Yes.
All of us are excited.
Yeah, so...
That's right!
All of us are excited. I'm unconscious.
Yeah.
That's true. Thank you
That's
very
true.
much.
Yes.
You had 11 hit points. I watched the very end, so
That's
I
true.
remember exactly. I watched it 2 hours ago.
And you're the one who's going to do the recap for
Yep.
us.
I was going to say, somebody's got to recap. Does anybody want to recap?
I have no clue what we're talking
I-
about.
She went and fought a she plane shifted to
I've got a spark
and
now.
was fighting in between angels and demons
Yeah,
Yep.
that wasn't fun.
and got her butt whooped and then
Over
lots of
and
times.
over and over.
again
Yeah.
until she finally fought back,
Yeah.
and then she fell back into the water and I ran out in the water and saved her.
Yes, you did.
The cat
And
went
I-
into the
The
water.
cat went in the
I
water to save
appreciate
you.
that. And I was burning.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was very burning hot when she hit the water, so...
Well,
And she's got redder
she's a ginger.
hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's not like stark red, but it's more like a bronze kind of...
Hey, Mr. Abstracto.
Wow, we had a raid already.
Right.
Mr. Abstracto,
Mr.
welcome.
Abstracto, thank you for the raid.
So are we talking Merida from Brave, Scarlett Johansson?
Maybe a little Scarlett Johansson.
Okay.
And not like the dyed red for the Marvel movies, no.
We got 5 people that joined us from Mr. Abstracto's
Wow.
channel.
Welcome to
Since
stream.
you, Good to see you, Mr. Abstracto.
We just started, and we're recapping 2 weeks...
I'm
was it 2
sorry
weeks
you
ago?
have
It was
to
2
go to
weeks ago.
school, Mr. Abstracto, but hopefully you can listen to us at the same time.
It was like a month ago.
Was it? Because we didn't play last Wanderer's slot, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, so it's been a month ago.
It's been a month.
Crazy.
So, okay. Well,
We had like 2 weeks in there or no 2 weeks.
yeah.
All of them.
I feel a bit, I'm not sure the wording on that is correct.
Okay.
Does that say booties or bodies?
Booties.
Taya, you're the one with the newest glasses here. You should be able to read. I'm blind.
It also is...
You're
Is that the
wearing
default
glasses.
size, Joe?
I'm blind.
It actually, yeah, you can mouse
Yeah,
over
I can-
and control one.
Yeah. How about that?
That's better.
That's
Yeah.
better.
Yay, I can see.
I didn't realize it was quite as small as it was.
So, we were recapping. And yes, Kaylin had been brought to a different plane where she was stuck in between an army of angels and demons, uncountable in size in both parties.
And Talia got something happened to her with Dum Dum.
Yes.
That's right. She
And
got
she
mind
got
scrambled.
mind scrambled.
Right. Some the automaton that you guys recognize as Zan hit her with some sort of blue energy beam, and that seems to have scrambled her memory a little bit.
Locked off some of her memories.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Well,
implanted.
Or
not blocked
implanted.
off. There's a space in her memory
There's
that's
a firewall.
missing.
There's a firewall.
May quite be apt.
Well,
So-
considering she's probably not an actual person.
What makes you think that?
Actually, I was going to say, she asked
There's
that
been, like,
question and
4
he said
different-
that
Oh,
she
that's
was a
right.
person.
Yes, but not like an actual person.
Oh,
Is-
like a fake person.
Yes.
We'll see. You have a lot of experience to do, or
Oh God, substances. What did you do?
Delete system32.exe.
Does
That hasn't
not
worked
count
for
as
years.
substance.
I know that. Way to go! You just broke the matrix.
Oh boy.
I Triforced.
I tried Bost.
Try Fost.
Triforced.
And then Triforced.
Okay, so yes, that happened, and then yes, you had a fight with Zan, who managed to do something to Talia.
But we got him.
But
We killed him.
you did. For the first time since being here, you guys managed to actually defeat him.
And wait, who defeated him?
Who? Who indeed?
I fed a polymorphed earth monster as a turtle into the bag of devouring.
That you did. You
You
polymorphed
were doing a really good job of feeding that bag.
yet another one of my creatures. Yep.
Yay!
Hey, that's my precious. Don't you take it away from me.
Too late.
She's feeding it
She's
so it stays
feeding it.
healthy and doesn't eat you.
And you still don't.
Wait, maybe we should stop feeding it.
So thus far, I have fed a polymorphed displacer beast and now a polymorphed earth elemental.
Yes, you
And
have.
it's also had goblin flesh, hasn't it?
Yeah, we shoved it at Goblin too.
Back at the Viscopa Bank. Yep.
Jeffrey's feeling all kinds of weird about that.
Jeffrey's not here, it's okay.
In another dimension, he shudders.
Yeah,
Yeah,
another
he's like,
dimension. I have nightmares about bags.
It could try Axel.
It would, because there's enough fleshy. You know, he's got the tree underneath his metal armor, so it is a living being.
Tree is fleshy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Compared to
Cool.
metal.
According to the bag of devouring, it's fleshy enough. And technically, isn't like the innards of tree called like
The fruits.
No, not what grows on trees. The inside of a tree.
the inside?
It is. I think it is called flesh.
It has
Yeah.
been referred to as such, but more often than not, fruits are referred to as flesh on the inside. At
Well,
least in my
yeah.
experience.
So plants can be referred to as fleshy.
Yes.
So it
Trees
works.
are friends, not food.
Unless you're a beaver.
You didn't say that about Laura's fingers when you bit them, though.
There you go. Your tree friend.
Chicken fingies. Those are chicken fingies.
Your tree friend is biting you.
Would a tree friend be a Swedish fire log or a teepee?
What is a Swedish fire log?
A Swedish fire log is when you take a huge chunk of tree, you cut a big X into the middle of it, start a fire in the very center, and it burns for 15 hours.
Alright, we'll catch you later, Mr. Abstracto.
Bye, Mr. Abstracto.
Seems like something that happens, but I can't recall.
Hurry.
Okay, so you guys are near the lake and close to the.
We were gonna go to the town.
Yes, you're close to the nearest new spire.
Oh, and there was the weird cold feeling for however long it was.
Yes,
And
there
then
was a.
After the defeat of Zan, the cold went away.
Yes, there was a cold feeling. It is no longer there.
Okay.
If you were to check how cold you are less cold.
I don't know. I'm
on
wet.
the other-
That's true. You're probably still cold.
And I'm on the opposite
And I'm-
side.
Yeah, you're warm.
I'm hugging her, one to keep her warm, and two because she went into the water.
I'm gonna have our metal friend create a squirt bottle.
Wait, could I destroy the water around her, like that's in her fur, to make her not wet anymore?
You can try.
That
You
would
want
be
to?
cool.
Also consider that she is composed of water.
Well, yes, but I'm not going to try.
Detroit?
I'm not going to
You
try
turn into a mummy.
to destroy the water inside of her.
I will let you attempt such a feat.
It's called a blow dryer.
And at this point in time, Andrast becomes a bloodbender.
Yes.
Lord.
He's not with my blood. I
Or
mean,
a blood destroyer.
she's already wants to skin me and turn my fur inside out.
That's that one.
Yeah.
That's what I pointed
Yeah.
at her.
Her, not me.
You do know who she is.
I wonder what would happen if you destroyed all the water
That's what
inside
I
the
was
body.
thinking.
Would
but,
you just
know,
like instantly become a mummy and shrink wrap, or would you just
Well,
get like loose?
I'm a cleric. I'm not a wizard type.
I
I
don't-
don't
I can't
have
answer that question.
We must answer this question and fight for the sacrifice. What?
She was.
What the heck are we talking about? Because I have no clue.
we're trying to dry off the cat.
And we're trying to decide if we should use
I went
create or
swimming.
destroy water to do so.
So the most recent event, just besides the Zan fight, was that Kaylin came back after disappearing for a few minutes. She plopped into the lake and created steam as she did, and your cat friend raced out into the water to pick her up and bring her back.
And Axel, I specifically said I did not want to destroy the water within her.
Yeah.
Hi,
Doesn't want to
Gangers.
tell me.
Hi, Gangers.
Hello.
If we did that to the big bad dragon person in this world, would that work? Kill him.
Dragon?
There's no dragon. He's an automaton.
Automaton?
No, not that one. The wizard
Dude.
dude.
Oh,
But that,
You
You're
mean
talking
in the
Nico
universe?
Bolas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's not in this world.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're in a pocket dimension.
yet.
He might possibly could be.
Owie.
Might
Oh,
possibly could.
Oh boy.
Go for it.
Yes, in a previous adventure months ago, you guys had some very small insight into a dragon with ringed horns that was terrorizing planes.
That's right.
I wanted to hug him.
And he's the reason they ran here.
Correct. The people who tried to run to this location are here because they were running away from a plane that was being destroyed. Yes.
So if we insta-mummy, would that work?
This really powerful dragon.
Probably
Okay.
not.
You can try. If you get the chance to, you can certainly try.
I have a feeling I would become a very small pancake.
So, we pick up with
I like that shape.
pancakes. Well, pancakes a good shape. We pick up with Kaylin and Kat embracing.
Well, I get the feeling you just had something fun happen to you.
What gave you that clue?
Pick up a strand of your hair.
Wait, did
You
either
can
of
imagine.
us come back looking any different, or is it just her?
You guys look the same.
My hair
I mean,
was,
I was already pretty blue and silvery white anyways.
my
so.
hair was more of a.
And it's not a drastic change, it's just more red.
Yeah,
That's
my
cute.
hair was more of a brownish red, and now it's just more red.
Now it's reddish brown.
Now it's
Yeah.
reddish brown. Now it's like this.
It's
Hang
like
on.
it's like adjusting the hue slider by like 20%. It's
Yeah.
it's just a little bit more red.
Gonna dip my finger in the water, hush, and touch my finger to her skin to see if she sizzles.
For a brief second, you take some water, which is now cool, and you put it on her skin, and you can feel it warm up. It doesn't sizzle and steam, but you can feel a temperature difference through the water.
I'm a human heater now, or an elf heater.
Interesting. It would definitely be quite the feat if it changed you from an elf to a human.
I would cry if that happened. Spark or no spark, I like being an elf.
Well, actually, the spark changed his class,
You did.
That's true.
so
So I get nothing?
you had the choice to, and you didn't. So don't put that on me.
Andros is over here singing, "Oh,
No, actually, the way she would take it is she was perfect to begin with.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I was just gonna say
Exactly.
She
Ain't-
is a high elf. So.
Ain't-
I'm
ain't-
gonna flick water at you.
Ain't no multiversal aura energy gonna change me.
And this proves yet again high elves are narcissists.
High on their own supply in a way.
Yep.
So.
So, yes, sizzle now.
Oh, by the way, am I actually like conscious or anything? Did I get hurt? Did I
Uh,
fall down? Did I go boom?
Nope.
You did anything in the
You didn't do nothing.
We
You
sat there
you were
catatonic
you were
for
in
the
you were in
fight.
sleep mode for the fight.
for
You and Caroline's taking nap.
Why does he feel validated?
I'm not sure.
Why do you feel validated, Axel? And why is there a question mark? I think it has to do with the narcissistic high elves. And then substances is just stuck on the fact we said hi. Which doesn't surprise me.
What'd you say? What did you
We
say?
need to make special brownies and feed one to the bag of devouring.
Oh gosh, would that have an effect on it?
I could probably find the herb. No, speak your mind.
But I don't know the answer.
We should try
But as
this.
Joe, speak your mind.
Technically no, because when it swallows something, it shunts it to the astral sea.
Be really
So
funny
that's
if
the
it did.
thing it's high.
That's just he's like,
Well, that's even worse.
No, whatever random creature is floating in there finds the brownie.
So, with a naturally high perception, Cat,
Yep.
you hear buzzing. And as you look into the sky, coming from around the spire, you see 5 of those cubic
Oh, good lord.
creatures with bows flying towards you.
Not again.
Everyone roll initiative.
I'll take that.
I'm starting to see all of the correlations here, and I'm loving it.
You did your extra credit homework.
I did.
Just keep in mind it's not all the same.
No, it's like I said, the correlations.
So, oh, bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you for going this way and not this way.
Yeah.
And blow out the eardrum because that was one of your loud sneezes,
That was a pretty loud sneeze, I have to admit.
and that's not her loudest either.
When I want to, I can sneeze really loud.
I know you can.
I can control it. It's
We
one
learned
of
this-
4 things.
Oh, come
Patrick, we
on.
learned this on a flash night.
That's right.
Just about made me jump off the couch.
And dressed.
What?
Your initiative.
Initiative.
Oh, sorry. You laughed like something funny happened, and then you said my name like I should be worried about something.
You
Andrea.
should be worried about something.
8.
Wonderful. Zeke.
I'm a cleric. It's okay.
I got an 11.
Xanthip.
I got a 17.
Cat.
28.
Show up.
Why do I even ask for Cat? Just
put
Cat
her
goes
top.
first forever.
Well, no, because if you rolled a 1, what would you have?
9.
Okay. So.
I'm just horsing
Just
around
funny,
here.
though.
Thanks for taking all the wind out of that
So,
sail.
so that was like max because I rolled a 20.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That's a good roll. You're gonna go first. You can know that. You better be ready. Hey.
Cat's going first.
Yeah.
Yes, I know Cat's going
Are you
first.
sure?
I think Cat's going.
I rolled a 57.
I'm 100% positively sure.
No, I was looking at something. Yes, but Allure.
22.
Good. And Kaylin.
5.
Oh, God.
I rolled a 1.
Last to say your initiative and last in the order. Talia?
I rolled
You know
a
what's
1.
funny? I
How
forgot to
is
roll
a
for her.
vegetable right now?
She's a little shook.
No?
Yeah.
Did you just say roll for vegetable?
Yes.
Something.
Okay.
Okay. So, like I even have to wonder here. Cat,
What are you going to do?
you see 5 of these quadrons, because we had a rate of 5,
Yay.
approaching from around the spire, and they're coming close to you. They are now within 300 feet.
Hold on.
I have an idea that's going to make you giggle.
300 feet, that's a long way away.
Mm-hmm. She points them out as you can see 5 of them starting to get close really quick.
Ooh, what's Primus?
So,
Primus?
I'm going
Primus?
No, wait.
Quadrant?
That's
Oh my
so
God, like-
No, we are not. No, this is just.
I'm just going to hold my action then until they get closer.
Okay.
I do, but it's 150 feet.
Allure.
Sharpshooter?
No.
Okay.
That I will next.
How
Because then
closely
you
are
have
they
to worry
grouped
about
together?
Oh, because. Well,
They are within 15 feet of each other, so in
150 to
total,
600.
they take up a space of about a 60-foot sphere.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I could
Well,
shoot at them.
then I am also going to hold my action until they are within 120
Okay.
feet, and then I have a spell.
Actually, I should shoot at them.
You should have, but that's okay.
No, the reason why is because I would roll straight because I have advantage if I shoot at shoot at 3 different targets. I can have straight rolls. Oh well, too late.
The quadrons are related to the Modron.
There.
Yeah, yes, it is quadrons.
But he was asking if we were going to be going up against Primus.
Oh, more than likely not here.
No.
No. The first of the 5 quadrants flies a little bit faster forward. It comes into about 270 feet, and it actually starts shooting from all the way that far. And it will target Cat.
Nope.
Probably not. Because it's a long shot.
Unleash the kraken.
But it's still worth trying.
It's a pond. It's not big enough for a kraken.
I don't know. The other
What about
pond
a
that the
pocket
kraken
kraken?
came in.
That was a rift in the world, not the pond itself.
14 to hit?
It was a
No.
bubble pond.
So even from 300 feet away, you see this first one shoot its bow at you, and the arrow gets pretty close. And it kind of gets by your foot. You guys realize
Kind of knife game.
it's for as far away as they are. That was a pretty good shot.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well, what about a pocket kraken?
A pocket kraken.
and then you see more arrows coming at you.
Yeah, that would be a
That me?
At you.
No.
Oh, never mind.
Or not.
That's the end of that.
Nope.
This
Nope.
one's way
Nope.
further away. It didn't even get close to your zip code.
You
It was down
miss.
in the cities.
Yeah.
Oof.
Xanthip.
Looking around the area, you said they're from which direction are they coming?
Oh, you all have been.
Oh,
We now have
hey.
a negative 1d4 to all of our attack rolls and saving throws.
You butthead.
Thank you, Axel.
Hi.
I'm surprised you didn't hear the noise.
I did.
Oh, they
Yep,
came across.
I heard a vroom, some weird noise.
Okay,
I
good.
heard a little bit.
Yeah, you guys probably couldn't hear it because I could barely hear it.
It's I had turned it down because the last time I had it turned up, it was way
Oh.
too
Oh,
loud.
so that cancels it out.
No, it
No.
does not.
No, it doesn't.
Do not stack. That means
It goes-
bless is on our next combat.
Oh, okay.
I in Discord in the moderator chat, I put all of that stuff in there so we can reference it.
Okay.
Substances, it doesn't stack, unfortunately. It will be for the next combat, however. Thank you, though.
Yes.
So, Xanthip, you were asking?
Which direction are they coming from? We've got the city to one side with the tower.
You would ask a question like that.
I have to.
Well, you said from in tower.
Yeah, and I need to relocate where you guys are exactly.
I like that one 'cause it's not too sweet.
Where you guys are standing by the lake, they are coming from what you would assume is the east.
Okay, and that's you got the tower in that direction. You got the city further in that direction.
Yep. So lake.
They're in between the tower and the
I'll be
city.
able to sleep till
No, they're in between the tower and you. So
Okay.
the best. So look up here for a second.
Yep.
Lake, and them, spire, city.
Okay, perfect. And I believe spirit guardians would be you.
Does Axel roll the bane?
No, no.
That's the roll d20. The bane is ours.
I was gonna
Wait,
say.
what?
When we roll 1d4 with us.
I was gonna say that'd be a lot of player rolling.
Yeah, we roll it with our attacks.
No,
so-
I meant like, because he rolled the d20 for me. Does he.
Oh, I
How
don't
much
think
of
so.
an echo do we have? Okay, and Awesome said something about an echo, so I was hoping. Anywho, so there's nothing terrain-wise in between us. They have a straight shot to us.
Yeah, it's basically open skies, and you're kind of in a flat area.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Thank you. So in this situation, I am going to start approaching them at speed.
The
In a
closest
zigzag-
one is
in a
about.
zigzag formation.
It's a rough spherical formation.
I'm running. Is a
Oh, I see.
in a zigzag.
You're not running like a Stark.
Right.
Okay.
Good job. Proud of you.
You're welcome. But I know it's going to take a round or two before I get to them.
Depending on your speed, because the closest one is 270 from you guys. The furthest 4 are 300.
My speed is 30 at full movement. That would put me at 60.
And be within 210.
Right. So it'll take me a couple rounds to get there.
Okay.
Depending on how fast.
So are you doing 60 then?
Yeah, I'm full moving.
Okay. All right.
And as I'm full moving, I am going to draw my brand new ability from my loot. I now have Pact of the Blade. So I have a magical weapon that I now draw from my loot. Which is the Marine.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was like, what? Did I give you something? I was
It's
like,
okay,
wait.
yeah.
Yeah,
We still
you
love
gave
you.
us level 8.
You're right.
You gave us level 8, which
Well, when he said I pulled from my loot, I'm like, what loot? Oh, the instrument.
Did I level?
you should have. It
Are you
says
level
8
8?
on
Because
your
you guys
sheet.
need to
It
be
says
8.
8 on your
Yeah.
character sheet. But yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
drawing my weapon and running forward.
You guys see Xantha pull this shadowy figure from his instrument, which becomes his weapon,
Because I had a
And then turns into the thin blade that you
Well,
guys
that's
recognize.
and he dashes forward. Charge.
Okay. DM, when you said shadowy figure, all I thought was he's pulling an Emmy.
Yes.
Out of the loot.
If I need to.
So 2 of the quadrones continue to advance forward, and they are going to rain arrows on you guys.
No.
They're gonna try.
yeah.
I guess I'm running in a Z formation.
And no, I didn't forget to level. I forgot I had leveled. Because
15
my stats are weird on this
15 what?
character.
is my AC.
Okay, you may not be being hit by them.
Okay, fine.
First arrow that you guys see is going towards Kaylin.
No.
Oh, you're so lucky I have disadvantage because that was a 20. Does a 17 hit you?
Yes.
From 300 feet away, that arrow hits you in the shoulder.
Owie.
Stop it!
And you take 7 points of piercing.
I mean, you've died like 17 times now, so what's one more?
He does have a point there.
I didn't spare the dying. It's all good.
Zeke, shut up. You're still not getting one of the little fuzzy balls in that rust colored bag.
You guys see 2 arrows making their way towards Talia.
Thanks for reminding me.
A heat-seeking missile.
That was good.
I like that. That's
That was
good.
well
Good,
played.
Axel.
One of the 2 misses, and the other one does hit her in the foot. And
In the foot?
in the foot.
Not the knee.
The foot. And she takes damage.
I just recently learned where the phrase "I took an arrow to the knee" comes from.
Skyrim.
It means getting married.
Yeah.
You
I
just learned.
recently-
Oh
just
my
learned
god.
that?
Yes.
Kaylin, I am so sorry.
That's okay, I didn't know either.
Oh my gosh.
So I did
Like
just...
Okay, let me explain something. For these quadrones who have no biases, I'm having them shoot arrows randomly, okay?
Yep.
So I roll a d8 for the target, right?
Yeah.
And 8's a reroll because there's 7 of you.
Mhm.
I rolled 3 ones, which is you.
So I'm just gonna be unconscious, I guess.
Maybe. These are disadvantaged shots. They're 300 feet away. So does a 13 hit you?
No.
Does a 15 hit you? Does a 9 hit you?
Don't you have a monk ability where you can
Catch
little
missiles?
I do.
You should
300
probably
feet?
use that.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Yeah, but she could catch
The
it.
thing
She
is,
can at least
you
catch
go,
the arrow.
Mine.
Yeah.
And here, you have another arrow for your attack.
So, all those arrows, you only see a couple even get close to you.
And yes, from 300 feet, because that means she had longer to see it coming.
No, I'm talking about her chucking it back.
Chucking it back.
Oh.
Oh,
Probably not from
no.
300 feet.
Like,
can only
pull,
do it
like
with,
pull a Midoriya
um,
here and
I
just
can only do it
power
when it
up.
hits me.
I think
So
it'll
I would have
have
only been
you
able
roll
to do it with
Yeah, but you got hit once.
Yeah, I didn't think of that though.
I will let you, if you want to try to use your ability, I'll let you do it now.
Oh, you know, that's a good question.
Axel, Cat goes first. Cat already went. You'll know it's round 2 when Cat goes again.
Right?
Cat was dumb and didn't shoot.
Okay. If there is a next time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Zeke, it's your turn. There are 3 quadrones at 270 and 2 at 300.
Well, I get hit from that range, so I'm gonna pull a Xantha and just charge my shield up.
What's your movement?
Actually,
That'd be 60 for dash.
Okay, you are neck and neck with Xantha.
I punch him in the shoulder.
I'm gonna look over and go, crazy guy.
Talia, your turn.
Tripping.
She is going to more or less cower at this moment. Andras, it's your turn. Wait, oh what?
Hey, question, so I don't have on my sheet marked anything about me losing spells or anything, so am I good to go on that?
Yeah, you didn't use any spells.
You didn't do anything.
You were
We
you were
haven't
literally in
asked.
sleep mode.
We had a rest, so everybody should be good.
No,
With
I
just
didn't.
minor dings and bumps.
Just making sure.
Except for me.
Don't want to power
Yep,
game.
you have your
I lost
you have your spell slots.
some from rescuing her.
Right, that's what I mean. Minor dings and bumps. 'Cause
Andras, it's your turn.
That I lost.
My turn.
Yes.
And have they moved closer at all?
That's
Yeah, they have,
PTSD for me, Axel.
Yeah, three of them are at 270, and 2 of them are at 300.
Wait, I thought some of them were closer than that.
The closer ones are 270. They started at 300. Surprisingly, Kaylin, you're not the last in the order either.
Other creatures?
We'll see. You're just not the last thing to move. You don't know what's coming.
I completely forgot about the fractional souls.
Do you need a sticky note that says, I am a bard? Or, I mean, a monk.
If I have a sticker that says I'm a bard, I'm playing the wrong character.
Yep.
No, my brain wasn't switching over to D&D.
I guess I'm going to cast.
Magic missile.
Oh, yes,
Not
the cleric spell of Magic Missile.
Yes.
Yes.
I actually gave a cleric a wand of magic missiles just for that reason.
Well, that makes sense.
Can you imagine if Guiding Bolt had more than one? Like, wow.
Yeah.
That would be epic.
Well, get into spellcraft. I'd let you make that.
Sorry, my brain is not working right now.
Right now. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Wow.
Here. Right.
I could still kill Aridin, just so you know.
Go right ahead. If you want to, put your
he's
hand
been
up.
asking you almost every session.
Oh my gosh.
There.
But
No,
if
you can
kill-
have them.
But if you kill Aridin, then Amaryllis won't get to turn him in.
Good job. Allure.
Huh?
Allure. Joe,
Okay.
do you want a fruit suck?
Yay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Talia.
What does that do again? Yugi, what does Pot of Greed do?
It allows me to draw 2 cards.
And it's banned as hell. No official tournament has had Pot of Greed for a long time.
Why?
It's an overpowered card. You get 2 cards for free. But like every other card that does something has a cost. You just
play
get
a card
2
with
cards.
two-
Yeah.
You play Pot of Greed, you get 2 cards. There's no cost.
Any creature that attacks the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom save.
Okay.
On a failed save, they must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Okay. Perfect. In that case, is that it for your turn?
And then I'm gonna move forward 30 feet.
Okay. One more of the quadrons moves forward. And another volley of arrows arrives. Hopefully not all at Kaylin. 2 at Kat and 1 at Zeke.
Nope. It is what it do.
15 to hit Kat.
Nope.
Less.
Nope.
And 14 to hit Zeke.
All I can see is the arrow coming to her going, doop, doop.
Nope.
So a bunch of new arrows miss all of you. And then Kaylin.
At this point, I'm going to. Where is it? I just saw it. Un momento. I'm going to wholeness of body myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna heal myself. So that is gonna regain
Yeah,
hit
all
points
these spells
equal
are
to 3
names,
times my monk level.
Wonderful.
So I'm gonna do that, and that's an action, and I am not
Oh,
moving
Axel.
closer at all.
He does it on purpose.
I am
though.
tired.
You're not going to move any closer?
Nope.
Wonderful. You had an experience.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I know.
The final quadron moves closer because it's slower than Kaylin. And it is 1 at Zeke and 2 at Andrast.
I almost died. What's your excuse?
Almost died?
He's just a little slow.
Shut up.
She repeatedly died.
Yeah.
Zeke, a 14 to hit.
My
And
fist.
a girl.
Andras, 16.
Tygo's defender.
You see an arrow coming from 300 feet away, and it kind of just brushes by your shoulder.
She does the classic heroine thing.
And even less to hit. So, okay, all the quadrants are at 270. Xanthip and Zeke are at 60 from you guys. The rest of you are still back where you started.
So we are 210.
You two are, yes. Round 2, because it's Cat's turn.
Right?
No.
Sam, pick a floating disc. Let's go.
Right. Best means of transportation yet.
And why am I hearing crickets?
I am going to.
I think it's the fridge.
It's the fridge.
It's a coil wine.
Sounds like crickets.
It does.
Or some very lazy cicadas.
It's too cold for cicadas.
What do you mean? It's like 30 out.
That's why we make them lazy.
They're slowly freezing.
No, they're just hypothermic.
Sing the song of my people as I freeze.
I'm gonna cast Sever Strike, which increases my walking speed
Yep.
by 30 feet,
Dark
so that
Magician
gives me
Girl.
60 feet.
Yeah,
And
there
then
was
I am
another card
going
in that
to
set.
use my feline agility, which gives me 120 feet.
There was like
So that gets me way closer. And then I'm gonna shoot it.
In one movement, you are now 150 away from the quadrants.
Right, which
Yep.
means now I can shoot them.
Yes, you can, with impunity.
With advantage! Because of Zephyr Strike.
Your main range is 150?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure.
Nat 20.
Nice.
And because I have advantage, I get my sneak attack.
Oh, well.
Well, there's one.
Do you
dead.
want to roll damage? I'm sure you do.
Just because, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So all explode.
Well, the first one probably does.
8. Hold on, so I have 8 plus 12 is 20. That's just the max, and then 11 and
So 31.
31. Oh, crap.
That's not a jump in the bird.
I gotta roll a 2d6. But give me a
Oh
second.
shoot.
Bang.
Cat.
Is it
Did you
real?
roll the 1d4? Bane?
Does she still roll?
On the nat 20, no.
Okay.
Just make
Did
sure.
I roll it? No.
Yeah, I don't think anybody did. I totally forgot.
That would have been like 20.
You still hit. Yeah, if it's a natural 20, you still
The
hit.
nat 20 doesn't matter.
Okay.
For the other rolls, make sure if it's not a nat 20 or nat 1.
Plus 6 more, so 37.
Axel, to answer your question from earlier, the 5 of them are within 60 feet of each other, and Cat is like 100 and past that. So how much damage?
37.
It's dead. The first one's dead.
I'm gonna shoot it. The next one.
Okay. You land one arrow at 150 feet away, and it explodes, and dust flies to the ground, but it fades away before it hits the ground.
Firing my laser.
20.
Laser arrow.
Laser arrow. She hit the mark.
That's my question to
Eight.
Axel.
17 to hit. And I rolled the bane.
Dang. Yeah,
Yes,
that hits.
except for he's probably asking for us, not for the.
There is 60 feet between Xanthip and Zeke and the rest of the party.
Yes, so 3 people, 2 people 60 feet away, Cat 150 feet away.
11 damage.
Okay.
You just knew.
And then I'm gonna shoot my last time.
Okay. You definitely do damage to the second one, but it's still floating.
That was skull.
Oh.
Grumpin.
And another nat 20.
Are you kidding me?
Not
No.
Dark Magician.
I don't
Dark
have as much.
Paladin.
I don't got sneak attack
Oh,
this time, but
okay.
he should be dead.
Why did we look up Dark Magician?
Because they were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I said I was just gonna be in my corner simping for Dark Magician.
Oh.
What I meant was Dark Paladin.
Oh, Dark Magician's nice.
16.
Dark Magician is nice too.
16 damage?
Yep.
Yep, second one's dead.
Alright.
You are just a Quadrone Slayer.
So, thunk, kaboom, kaboom.
3 arrows, 2 dead.
That's okay, because I want nothing to do with these guys right now.
Is that it for your turn? Please say yes.
Yes.
Okay. Oh Lord, it's your turn.
You say yes when you have the DM begging for you to stop action. Gee, Mirren, you done with your 4 attacks in a turn yet?
Hey, you empowered me. Some of it's your fault.
You empowered her.
Right. I'm gonna sigh. Look
Well,
at the
and
300.
Alpha Career since she likes to cast haste.
Yeah, look at
Yes.
the 300 feet away. Look down at my short, small little halfling legs.
You coming?
Turn around. Cure wounds.
Also, don't forget you still have the
Hey, Lich.
the animals.
Derp. Yep.
The animals that were summoned from the bag.
Dirk would be our remote player.
And I'm gonna yell after Cat. Show off.
All right, so go ahead and get that good cure wounds. That doesn't require a Bane roll.
I'm gonna touch you now.
You feel better, but also creeped out.
I'm gonna go hide behind my bear.
You better watch it. She might skin you and turn your skin inside out. Oh,
Because
that's
he
only
still
me.
has an owl. I have an owl and a bear.
Yes.
You get another 11 hit points back.
Thank you.
It hasn't, because it's only been a short period of time since you discovered the bag in the first place.
Yep.
And then I'm just gonna stick by Talia and Miss Sizzlefish here.
So
Sizzlefish.
fish.
Yes.
Axel, you need to switch the H and the A. Name.
Xanthip, it's your turn.
Yep, it's Teha.
Teha!
Ha!
I will continue running unlike a Stark.
Okay. If you use your full movement, that puts you within 210 of your nearest enemy.
Yep, I will stop there.
Okay.
Move the full 60, and I'm going to stand my ground at this
Gotcha. Okay. So the nearest person would be Cat to the nearest Quadrone, which is 150 feet.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to move closer to you. It is now from you. It is now 80 feet away.
Okay.
And it is going to attack you with all 3 arrows.
Why? Since I'm...
Yeah, since it doesn't have to roll disadvantage.
Yeah. Still no.
Oh, that was almost a critical.
Yeah, we have some good ones, Lich. And they were all said innocently, but completely taken out of context. They're amazing.
I think half of Loxy's quotes aren't so innocent, and they're just veiled that way.
There's a lot of quotes we have that aren't so innocent.
You can tell who added that one.
That one's awesome.
That one, 100% has Axel written all over
Yep.
it.
Anyway, Cat.
Yep.
I do not believe you, Axel.
I don't think that was Axel, because somebody meant to write farts tire me out too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't quote.
Because I said farts tire me out too.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Not much better.
I will fix that one.
God, I can't concentrate. Stop.
You're thinking about farting, aren't you?
No. 23 to hit Cat,
Yep.
and a 17 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, so 2 out of 3 will hit you.
That one just makes me uncomfortable.
Oh God. Yeah, that was.
Yes, I'm on board.
Stop. I'm sorry, I'm trying to give you damage.
And then
We'll
Axel-
get
I get
and then
giggles.
when Axel just point fits Joe's after.
You take 11 points of piercing as 2 arrows hit you.
Okay.
Ouch.
Considering 2 arrows hit you, that's not that bad.
I'm not complaining.
Yes, you are, Axel.
Zeke, it's your turn. The nearest quadrones
You
to
try.
you are at 200 and 240.
Watch as I move 60 and do absolutely nothing after that.
Okay.
We should tie a string to one of the quadrone's legs, and then you can have a little flying balloon of death.
Except it's a cube with wings.
A little flying tube.
Okay.
Imagine a D6 with wings.
It'd be like seagull flying.
Made out of metal with an ugly face.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe it's.
I can
nice
scare
space
small
to respond.
children.
Wonderful. Okay, Zeke
Scare
moved.
cats.
Scare me too.
Talia is going to do nothing. Andres, it's your turn. The nearest quadrants to you are 240 feet away. And 270. There's
Oh,
one, two, there's...
I was nice. I didn't
No, other Andras.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at spells.
Yeah.
Come on.
Clicking you in the ear.
So how close are they? 240, you said?
There's one at 240 and 2 at 270.
Okay. But they move closer to me, right?
Yes, have you moved closer yet?
Yeah, I
The
moved
first turn you
last
did.
turn.
Have you moved this turn yet?
No, but when I moved before I moved last turn.
Okay,
you
so
said
they're 210, 240.
Okay. That solely puts me at 180.
I remember that one.
Wait, no,
Oh.
I moved 60.
Actually, at
Yeah, if you full
61
move,
and
did you full move last turn?
I did.
Sorry, so you're
no,
one.
no, I didn't, because I cast Sanctuary.
Yes.
So no, I did not.
So 210,
I will
240.
move 60 this time.
Okay, so now they're 150, 180.
Okay, so next turn I can do.
Okay.
No, I thought
You have to try to help me remember that, because I'm trying to remember positions for everybody right now.
Next time I can cast.
What was the
next
what was the
turn I can cast Guiding Bolt.
One quadron moves closer, and it's going to also target you, just because you're closest.
I assumed.
Oh my god.
Nope.
2 of them miss you, for
Yes,
sure.
blame Bard. She said it wrong.
20 to hit?
20 hits.
Okay. 1 of them hits.
Wait, what
You
happened?
said switch the A and the H when you should have said.
Yeah, because it should be T-H.
You take... That doesn't... You take 5 points of
oops,
piercing.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
As
bad.
another arrow hits you.
That is my bad. I'm sorry, Axel. I'm
Kaylin,
tired.
it's your turn.
Not 50.
Yeah, just stick with TEY. and
You
then
guys
we're good.
you
Yeah.
guys see the quadrons advancing still, and they're all firing all their arrows at Kat.
They just don't like you.
It's just because she's closest.
They just don't like you.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't really like them either.
They're inanimate
I'm
flying
going to
objects.
load-
Cats push
That are
it.
shooting at us.
Push
so
object. Cats
Blah,
put
blah,
push
blah,
objects
blah,
off
blah.
of tables.
I'm
Therefore, they
going
don't
to
like you.
move forward. My full movement.
Take me with you.
No, you creep me out. Just 50.
I'll shave your
How
head.
much more?
That's
not
gonna help.
right.
How much more? Move 50 feet forward.
If you move 50 feet forward, the closest thing to you is now 250. No, it's more like 200, I'm sorry. 200 and 230. We're kind of getting into wibbly wobbly math now, so numbers are a little estimates, yeah.
Can you imagine petting a sloth
And then I'm going to use a key point and do Step of the Wind to do the dash action.
Escapes.
So then
evaporate.
it's 50 more feet.
Okay, so the nearest thing to you is 150 feet.
Oh, perfect. I'm going to
Oh no,
pull out my
Loxley still
longbow.
has a
Oh,
massive.
and
Oh.
shoot. I'm gonna pull out my longbow and shoot.
Okay.
Did sound cut out?
No, nope,
No,
we just
we're
got real quiet.
Being quiet.
15,
once.
Okay, I was.
15 to hit.
That was
15 to
really
hit?
weird. It was just like I heard like a it sounded like something like was coming from the depths of the abyss, and all of a sudden it just
That was Skull.
That was Skull rumbling.
Uh,
Oh.
Your arrow misses. It gets pretty close, but no hit quadrone.
I'm gonna do it again.
Don't forget your.
That's why I only have 15. $21 to hit.
-4, -d4.
Yep.
Okay, 21 to hit.
Yep.
That's a hit.
Yay!
9 points of piercing damage.
And just have one more for you if you want.
Huh? Oh, thank you. Jerk!
That was awesome.
Jerk!
I got her.
Well played. Good job, Speedy.
Kick his butt.
Yeah!
Nice!
Don't worry. Here's not a joke, I promise. You can take it from there.
I don't want to know.
Okay.
I'll take it.
I'm sorry. That I had to do that. What was the next thing that was happening?
I gave you 9 damage on the.
Okay.
It was 19 damage, actually.
No, it wasn't. Shush.
Yes.
Hi, Speedy.
Hey, Speedy.
Sorry, I got a really good joke on Andrat here. I used to do. I used to. I used to do that in high school to my friends. I would take the gum package, like a 5 gum or whatever, and I would take my piece out, and it would be the last piece in the box, and I would carefully wrap the wrapper back to like pristine,
Yep.
put it back in the box, and say, "You want the last piece?" And they'll grab it because it looks like it's there, and it's garbage.
I've done that before too. That's fun to do.
You guys are nice with your practical jokes.
Yeah.
Last time I played one, I made someone puke.
Oh God.
So.
Is that it for you, Kaylin?
Yeah.
Did
Okay.
you put hot sauce in a Twinkie?
And horseradish.
Ew.
And,
All right. Enough.
I would have just gone with the horseradish because at least it's white like the normal film.
So the last quadrone moves closer again, and now, while Cat is the closest target, Kaylin's pretty close too. So, Cat, high or low?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Get it again. 3 for 3.
Nice.
I'm getting just the right angle.
Joe, it's not my fault you find rappers.
He's throwing caltrops at me.
I'm not doing this.
Forbidden
I'm doing
candy.
one.
2 arrows are being shot at Cat and 1 at Kaylin.
That's fine. I'd rather hit them hit me than her.
Ooh.
One of those is a failure for sure. Cat, 19 to hit.
Someone's
Yep.
knocking on the door. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Patrick's like, who's knocking on my house?
Like, we don't get visitors. Who is this?
Yeah. The visitors he gets are here.
You take 8 piercing,
Okay.
and the arrow at Kaylin definitely misses.
What was it?
Too low. Less than 10.
Less than 10?
Less than
Okay.
10. Okay, back to round 3 with Cat. All 3 of them are within 150 feet of you.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot.
No, for next level.
And then the D4.
There's so many good spells.
Oh, I suppose. I forgot.
Huh? Good level spells for cleric. Like,
Remember what card I'm playing?
18
Yep.
to hit.
18 is a hit.
Okay. Ten damage.
How much?
10.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot at it again.
You destroy one.
Okay, well, I'm gonna
There's 2
shoot at
left.
the next one.
Okay.
like insect or 5th level cleric spells are like Exodus level, like biblical.
Schnakies.
Yeah, it's cool.
Shenanigan.
No,
Yes,
I did
that word.
wrong. How do I?
Well, you have insect plague.
Axel, I'll ban you.
That's not what I heard.
Axel, I'll ban you.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was more enunciation that time.
Minus.
Axel, I'll ban you.
Not that it's gonna matter. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Did you hear?
Add a G to the end.
Oh.
Oh.
Oops.
I mean.
Yep, Substance heard it too.
Axel, I'll ban
I did not
you.
know of these spells before.
You didn't read ahead.
Well, I should have known because of Vistra.
And 14.
Okay, you damage the next one.
Cleric?
Yep.
Oh,
Vistra has access
And now I
to
only get two
every
now.
spell.
You said 14.
Yep.
can't decide.
Oh wait, you can't do fifth.
Okay, are you done then?
Not yet. No.
Because you don't have.
Yeah.
Okay. Allure.
Oh, 'cause I don't know.
Armana?
It's your turn.
I need
Okay.
either one more
And I didn't move because then I can do that again if I wanted to.
or level
Gotcha.
Level 14 because you can only take
Seeing as there's 2 left and the rest of them seem to, you know, got this, I'm gonna go over to Talia. You okay? You got a pointy thing sticking out of your foot.
You see that the arrow's gone, but yes, she has an injury on her foot. And
Behave, you guys.
she is trying to be brave.
Please remember this is supposed to be PG-13.
Pat, pat.
We tried.
They're there. I don't have a broom, so I'll just pat you.
Decide between contagion,
Let's just wait here until they're done.
strike.
Contagion's hard.
Just won't take but another couple minutes.
Okay.
I'm gonna look up at the sky and see if the red eye is watching us, because I'm curious if that's gonna continue to pop up now that what's his face is pieces.
Nope. It's not there.
Or raised up.
Interesting. Okay, good to know. Then that'll be it.
Xanthip.
Fun. Okay, how close?
You are around 200 feet from the last two.
Doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to hit with advantage. I will approach. Another 60 feet.
Okay. Is that it for you? Xanthip?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Zeke. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Do I need to, do you need to text me what happened? Is it okay?
Sort of. I'll text you in just a minute. But,
Okay.
Same thing. Charging at these things because that's all I can do.
Okay, text me. Talia is going to stay where she's at and rest.
I'm going to move forward 30 feet.
Okay.
And there should be one close to me, correct?
Within 120.
Cool. Then,
Actually, they're both 120.
cool. Then I'm going to cast
Because now the remaining two are slower than you.
Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
Wait, what am I doing with my life?
No, if the Lord tried to get to the battlefield, it would be like that scene from Monty Python where the guy is just running toward the castle.
Yeah. Over and over and over again.
That would be a lore.
So Lancelot?
Yep.
Or was that? Yeah, that was so Lancelot. What am I doing with my life, you guys?
I don't know.
I got short legs.
Okay, yeah. 3 plus 7. Yeah. 7. Okay. So Axel rolled a 14 for me.
Yes.
Yes.
Plus 7 is 21. Minus 4. Not minus 4. Minus 2 is 19. So 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. Cool. And that is
My sister has been
10, 14, 19 points of radiant damage.
Okay. It is certainly dead.
Otherwise it'd be glowing.
There is one left.
Yeah.
I can't do
It
it.
just explodes
Okay.
with religious guilt.
Forgive me, Father, for I have...
And Kaylin. There's one left.
Oh my.
That would be a negative, Axel.
Nope. Everyone's kind of spread out right now.
Shooting at it again.
Sweet Space Cat. That is a fun name.
Right?
Now, is that demeanor or flavor?
It's only a 12 to hit.
What would space taste?
Cold
sec.
and death.
No. Ow. and then
It's only
take
12
a
to hit
drink
for the first one.
It's miss.
of something cold.
You're marking your arrows off?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Spicy
another
cold.
12, or no, it's another 12 to hit.
Okay. It's a miss also.
You know that you can create hellfire in your mouth by eating something menthol and then eating something chili pepper spicy because the receptors in your tongue are different.
That's like chewing gum and drinking water.
Yes, substance. 20
Yeah, if you-
and we also
If you chew something minty
So
and drink water, it's like fire, like it's hot.
it's crazy.
It's so cute.
Um,
Weird meat sex.
the only two valid targets right now are still Kat and Kaylin. Actually, no, because when it moves closer,
Sit over there.
I know.
it has Kat, Kaylin,
You could have sat.
Zeke, and Xantha to shoot at.
And in a weird mood.
I'm not.
Xantha.
I have enough food
Oh wait,
to
there's
system
three.
for
There's
this.
more than one arrow. Hold on. Xanthip's getting one.
Ooh, ice cream.
Xanthip's getting two. Ice cream sounds good.
Yeah.
And Zeke's getting one. Oh,
In your
ow.
substance, we will sing. We actually have a pretty decent little quartet going.
I can't sing tonight.
Well, he doesn't have the 20 grand.
Well, technically I can sing because I'm
Did you
less
roll a
stepped up
20?
tonight than
Yes.
I was on Sunday.
Nice. How
So
much
you
damage you doing
can't.
to
So he has no excuse.
You are only one of the two hits you, but it's a critical.
Okay.
It probably helps
And
lower songs.
So he made up for his
Yeah,
friend
when we
missing.
started going high,
Yeah.
I started hearing it. I'm like, we're almost done. We're almost done.
Oh, it's complete maximum.
Nice.
You take
That's what, like,
16 points of piercing from the one arrow.
I think your lead is.
Okay. 16.
Yep, you take 16 points from the one arrow.
Okay.
And then Zeke, this is going to hit you. I'm almost certain. 22.
Thank you, substances.
Okay, one arrow does hit you.
We'll catch you later, substance.
See ya. Thanks for stopping by. Zeke, you take 5 points of piercing. Kat, round 4, your turn. Okay, there's one left. Oh my god.
Dear Lord.
Hey
Ain't
Blue.
nobody gets that excited over our facts.
Hey Blue, why don't you start the 56K modem?
Do the dial-up tone.
We'll be back next week to see what our facts was.
Oh,
Hey Paprika, we're on the America Online.
20 to hit.
Sorry, what?
20 to hit.
Okay. 20's a hit.
oh my gosh.
Error 404.
Clippy
damage.
11?
Clippy.
And then if it's not
Oh,
good,
Lord.
Not-
Go ahead, shoot it again.
Not Blue's Clues, but
Oh, Clippy, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Clippy.
That shows our
I
age.
did that paper clip.
Are you okay?
28 to hit.
28's a hit.
No, I just said I hate Clippy. My brain went to good nightmares. Everyone was going, I would Clippy.
And 7 damage.
Okay, it is still standing, but you can see parts falling out of it.
Nope.
Sharpie.
That's it for you?
Yep.
Okay.
Sit.
Wait, I'm still.
Allure.
Oh, she cried.
There's one quadrone left, and it looks like it's very injured. And it's about 200 feet away from you. Since you're back at the lake.
I don't know. I mean, I'm still at the lake, so what I'm going to do is glance over at Talia. Well, by the time we walk over there, this will be done with. Want to just go
Okay.
Mosey on over.
mosey? Yeah, we'll
Let's go.
mosey. Grab her by the skirt and lead.
She will. You will continue to walk that way. Xantha.
There's one left.
Yep, and it's about 150 away from you.
Oh, fantastic. I will close the gap and then launch a couple of Eldritch Blasts at it.
All right. Make sure to Bane.
I will. Where'd my
Use him as a footrest.
Well, he's a worm.
That would be.
Right?
Their feet get
Oh
cold.
wow, that would be 2 complete fails.
Oh,
I have a 13.
miss.
No, sorry, 18.
18
I
is
should
it?
probably add my modifier to it.
No, that's okay.
18.
Yeah, 18's a hit.
The other attack is -2 plus 7.
That's a miss.
I think so.
5?
Yes.
Yeah, 5. But it was a 2 on the die with a 4 on the
Oof.
Yeah. -2 plus 7. And that Eldritch Blast will do 9 points of force damage.
It blows up.
We've gone so high.
You guys are out of combat.
Negative now.
Impact!
Impact. That was more like a laser arrow.
This is true.
You want Starburst?
You would have a chip too. I can't have both. That's weird.
I mean, don't put at the same time, maybe.
Ew.
not?
The texture.
Jalapeno Starburst.
Jalapeno Starburst.
Ew.
I don't know.
Or
if
cheddar
almost like
Starburst.
it almost sounds
Not ooh.
No, I wasn't oohing that. I was oohing the fact that
Oh,
you're
what happened?
doing-
I don't want it anymore.
She didn't want to open it.
I landed 3 Starburst wrapper shots in her boobs.
I got her with a ghost Starburst.
How can you miss? I think that's the bigger question.
I got her with a ghost one. Like,
Yeah.
I wrapped it perfectly.
I think I got this. I know.
I got it perfectly wrapped. And it was empty. And I was like, Ange, there's one for you right here. And she goes, oh, thank you. And she went to grab it. And she was like, you jerk.
The look on her
I
face was
approve of this.
beautiful.
You'll have to
Yeah.
look at the VOD or clip it.
It was
Oh, I will.
beautiful.
It's great.
Alright.
If we're going to get something later, then I don't mind giving those up.
Wait, we're
I want
getting ice cream later?
Possibly. It
Possibly.
sounds like an idea
Okay.
in like a half an hour.
Ice.
Okay,
Is that made by that place that does the chicken noodle too?
you guys are out of combat.
The what?
Cream of Ice. Is that made by the same place that does the chicken noodle too?
Oof.
I heard chicken noodle tube.
What the heck, you guys?
And all I could see was like a hunk of chicken and a noodle wrapped around like an inner tube.
Why not?
Sure.
Okay. So you guys are out of combat. You're all split up a little bit, and those of you who advanced, you see Talia and Allure
I'm just gonna wait till they get here.
approaching slowly.
Close ranks.
Okay. Unless anyone's doing anything, you all converge.
Yep.
In the middle of the field.
Can we go to the town now?
That would not be a bad idea.
What is Sam's wife's name? My cousin Sam. I'm an awful cousin. I just forgot his wife's name. Megan!
Megan.
Okay, we're gonna go to town.
They're having a baby.
Boobs.
Cool. Okay.
Megan.
You missed.
I know.
Okay, so you guys are heading to the town, and well, Xanthip's heading to the town.
I am.
We're gonna follow.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I didn't open my map here.
What's the flavor of the day?
You can look it up on your phone.
Darian.
I was like, no, I'm gonna find out.
You suspect it'll probably take an hour of walking to get to the town.
I suspect I know what Darian wants to do on break.
I think we already made that conclusion.
Alright, an hour walk, that's not a big deal.
Santa.
We walked way further.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a kitten just
Okay.
later.
Everybody roll a d6.
Oh,
We have 4s by the 3s.
Zeke?
One.
Ah, sweet.
Gosh darn it, Zeke.
Zeke had to do the thing.
The tree's not allowed to roll
Julie,
anymore.
do the thing. We've been watching Korra.
Have
Oh.
you?
Yes.
Yeah, we're in the spirit season.
Oh, that's
Okay.
that's probably one of my more favorite ones.
I don't know. I kind of like the Kuvira season a little better.
I've never seen
I do
Korra.
too. If you want,
You should.
well,
It's very
on
good.
Netflix, but if you want borrowed discs, I
It has a completely different
Yeah.
feel and theme to it than the original,
It's
but it's
a-
cool.
It's
because
like
more
Roaring, the Roaring 20s, and it's like some of it's like Roaring steam technology, and some of it's like World War I, II type
Yeah.
planes and
it's
stuff.
pretty cool.
I feel like it's
Okay.
a little bit more mature.
Oh, it's more mature.
Like
Much more
it's
mature.
And the animation from like Avatar: Last Airbender is good. The animation in Korra is like 10 times better. The fights are
Had time
awesome.
to-
Yeah, I mean, well, it's obviously in the future. So
They did well. And some of the stuff you learn, what that happens to
Oh,
the original
I-
characters.
I
is
love
really
Yeah.
cool.
I love Legend of Korra. It was so good.
I think I like Last Airbender better, but Korra's very
yeah,
good.
Like
Korra is really good for as far as sequels go.
Yep.
yes.
Yeah.
It's one of the few.
And there's 4 seasons, not 3.
one of the few sequels that is actually a good sequel.
Anyway, as you guys are walking,
That's okay.
the wind picks up like rapidly. It goes from no weather whatsoever besides the sun starting to be in the middle of the sky, and then for a brief moment as you guys are walking, and Allure, who is of her size, almost kind of like gets knocked back.
Do I get to pull a Mary Poppins?
Yes. And you get this burst of wind, but, and even more surprisingly, as quickly as it comes, it goes away. And there's no weather after that. And there's no discernible
I'm gonna
source.
look at Xanthan and be like, "What'd you eat last?"
I don't remember.
Farts tire Mirren out too. Okay. You guys approach, and you hear the sounds of carts moving across cobblestone. You hear hammers pounding, and you can hear light. You can hear life coming from inside these cobblestone walls and towers. But when you approach the gate, there's nobody there.
There's no guard.
Is the sound still present? Though?
Yes.
Okay.
You can hear background chatter, and you can hear the sounds of life, but where you're standing, you don't see anybody.
Okay.
Time to enter town.
Okay. You enter, and there's all sorts of little offshoots of dirt that's been walked in to make paths. You find lots of wooden buildings, lots of stone buildings. This is more like a traditional town than Sanctuary, but not as big as Ravnica by any stretch of the imagination. And as you walk around, you see building after building, street after street, but you don't see anybody, even though you can hear what sounds like people talking. And you hear the sounds of everyday travel. As you're walking down the road, you can hear the wheels of carts moving, but there isn't anything.
Why am I getting a very Spirited Away before nightfall vibe?
Right?
Is my bear acting weird?
I am going to find the town center and then cast detect magic in the most loudest of areas as a ritual. So give me 10 minutes.
Okay, it takes you.
I still have the party too.
It would take you guys probably about 20 minutes to get to what you think the center of town is.
While we start going that direction, I would like to pay attention to the conversations going on around us.
You pay attention, and it's clearly common, but the words are so almost random. You hear elephant, staircase, cart, person, trading, balloon. You know, you don't hear anything cohesive. You just hear words as you start picking them out.
Is this a ghost town? Or did it only halfway come back?
Well, we'll find out more as we investigate
Tom.
the town.
Talia's looking around, and she has a look of confusion. She has no idea. You can tell she's not knowing what's going on here.
Fine. We're
Oh
gonna
my
wait.
god, it's Langoliers.
No. No. I mean, I'm just saying that. No. If it is, I'm leaving.
It's like what?
It's like Langoliers.
going to the center of town. I just wanted to pay attention to stuff while we were doing that.
You arrive at what feels like the center of town. There's a large fountain in the middle. You hear rushing water, but don't see water. You can tell you hear the sound of water falling in the dish. The dishes, but you don't see it.
Okay.
And
While he's doing his ritual, I would like to place my hand in said basin.
while you place your hand in the basin, you get this weird feeling on your hand. Like you get a feeling of air moving across your hand like it should be water. You get that feeling of something moving on your skin.
Right.
But there is nothing. You don't see anything. Anybody doing anything while Zeke is performing his ritual?
Being creeped out and sticking close to Xantha.
I'm just watching around.
Okay.
Petting my bear.
Okay.
And every once in a while petting the owl on my shoulder.
Alternating who you're petting?
Yep.
Okay.
Actually, I can do both at once.
Can I make a request that everyone speak just a little bit louder because it's really hard to hear you with my volume on max.
I can change the location of the microphone too, because the microphone is farther away. Basically, just flop the.
Hey, Sanal, that sounds like a personal problem.
Like
One that could have been fixed if you would have been here.
like that? Or
Well, I was thinking, put it where, put it. I mean,
Would you like me to tell you
next
what
to the elbow.
I'm
Okay.
just giving you crap.
That's what he's doing.
Speaking of crap,
I know. I'm giving you grief.
there.
Is that any
Just
better?
if you're gonna sneeze that way, not that way.
Oh, well, if that be the case,
Huh?
everybody's saying
I'm
it's
going
quiet.
to sneeze from a downward angle.
Oh.
So let me turn the gain up and see if that just adjusts.
Well,
I still say that thing looks like the little robot from the new Star Wars game.
Alright, so, any different this way?
I'm not gonna try and finish that by doing the high note.
That's fine. Okay.
Okay. You complete your ritual to detect magic, and you see pretty much everything resonating. You look around and you see a sort of vibration to everything. You don't see anything that's not magical except for the parts of armor that your friends are wearing that are not magical.
And what school of magic is it from?
At this very particular moment, you're getting a huge dose of conjuration.
As I now say that to Xantha, who is probably the most magically inclined as well as our Bible bumper. Hey, it's conjuration.
Allure.
Do the three planeswalkers glow differently?
No.
Weird.
Nope. Nothing different about Xanthip or Allure. Or, I'm
No.
sorry, Xanthip or Andrast or.
I think she's asking in reference to Zeke's
Oh.
detect
Yeah.
magic.
Yes. I mean, okay. Yes. I should specify. That's a good point. With detect magic running, when your eyes glance over, Xanthip and Andrast and Kaelin, they have a slight. Because you see schools of magic in colors, you get this sort of black pulsation around these three. You can't. You can tell that they have some sort of extra magic that's not assigned to a school that you know.
That's okay. Since Zeke isn't a planeswalker and he's super jelly and he doesn't want anyone to know, he's not going to say a damn thing about that.
Actually, you want to check something for me?
Sure.
In OBS sources, or the audio sources, where it says mic,
Yep.
can you double check that it is set to Yeti?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Schools of magic.
So, that's what he tells you guys. Everything's glowing magically, and it's mostly conjuration.
Fantastic.
Talia, did you ever bring a town back?
No, the realm being destroyed is sort of a new experience. We've brought back some of the outer areas, but never one that had important structures. This one was destroyed in maybe a week or two ago.
Creepy.
Maybe there's not enough energy for the people to be back yet.
It's a
Maybe.
possibility.
But I mean, we just got into town. Maybe there's another answer we should investigate.
We're playing with the forces of the multiverse here. I don't fully know.
We definitely need to look through some buildings to see if we can find any more pieces of paper or find documents that will help Talia and
That would be convenient.
Jeremy.
Oh,
Yep.
good lord, we've truly become the RPG NPCs where you just walk into random townsfolk's houses and start rifling through their stuff while they're in
Are
there.
there pots anywhere? I want to break them.
No, Zelda.
Yes.
Not NPCs.
I will stab you
Yeah.
with my pencil.
I know. I'm aware. I see the reaction she has.
What did you call?
Huh.
Oh, Zelda.
So, question. Is there, from what we're saying, is there a particularly loud conversation going on that I could walk right next to?
Nope. It's all muted and almost ethereal to a point, and any words you try to catch are random. They don't have any sort of
Mead.
structure.
I'm not looking to actually, like, hear the conversation. I'm just going to be into a point where, like, if I walk 5 feet this way, I'm going to be closer to 2 people talking.
When you move around in random formations, you do get as you move around. It's almost like a Doppler effect. You hear some conversations louder over here. You hear a cart moving over here. You can hear a horse whinnying louder as you advance north.
Okay, so this is
That
what I'm going to do.
hurts.
I'm going to try to move to a conversation point where it's super loud, near to something that is either flammable or it's floatable. AKA a box, a barrel, a sign, something like that. And then I'm going to cast, because I'm awesome.
Wow.
And humble.
I'm going to make sure I'm also 15 feet away from everyone. And cast Thunder Wave. And see if the conversation dies down, increases, modifies by ear screams.
Let's see if I actually kill people.
That sounds like something a lure would say.
right.
All right, your murder robot.
Science.
Your murderer.
Your murderous Terminator robot goes over to a remote corner and looking for something that looks like signposts or barrels, and he lets out a thunder wave.
So he farts.
Yes.
Really loud.
Well, so much for being quiet.
And as you let out this thunder wave, you can see the vibrations in the air come from you, and as they pass through these barrels, benches, signposts that you see, you can see that some way less destruction than you anticipated. You can see some splinters fly off, but it's like almost as if it's a vibration outside of frequency. So every second or two, as your thunder wave passes, you see little pieces burst out, and then they stuck for a moment, and then they fall.
I don't like this place.
We need to get a satellite so we can track the frequencies.
I think we should start investigating buildings and see if we can find documentation on what this place is and what might have happened.
Not close enough, Axel.
Yeah, everyone's together.
I purposely walked away, Axel, for that reason.
But he's only 15 feet away. He would still be within the Hellfire block. Alright, so if I roll... Oh. That was so close. It rolled on 20 and then off.
Uh-huh.
Maybe next time. We almost had it.
1920 next time.
Yep. Okay, so you guys see this, and the conversation doesn't change for Zeke's sake.
Okay. Is there a church?
No. You don't see anything that looks like denominational or or religious, from where you're standing at least.
School,
Where's the school?
town
Nope.
hall, something of a major building.
You see a larger building that looks like it might be a governmental building,
Actually, laying on
but you
Joe's
don't
feet
see a
is
school
close
or
to mine.
a church.
I would like to head that direction.
Okay. You all see Xanthip start heading out to the southeast, going around to a slight trodden walkway.
Is there an archway anywhere?
Sure, you find, if you look hard enough, you can find a cobblestone archway connecting
I'm not
two
going
buildings.
through it. I prefer to stay in this realm.
Okay.
There's no statues of angels.
So
here,
there's
right?
not like any like government buildings, or like are they all just houses?
That's
No,
where I'm headed.
he's
More
heading
like a
towards-
type building.
Oh.
He's heading towards what looks like a town hall type building.
I got distracted by that her asking where school was.
No worries.
I was saying,
But there was no educational or religious buildings that Xanthip immediately identified.
we already had to deal with face stuff on the way here. Don't feel like taking a one-way trip.
You have planeswalkers to get
Is
you
there
out.
like houses that look more?
Yeah,
Affluent.
he newly
Affluent?
made one.
In
and
this center
two
of
that
town,
aren't
you
used
can
to
see-
doing as much.
Mainly where you are,
Source of
there's a lot of nondescript
Or
buildings
kinda
made out of stone and cobblestone,
That's you.
but
That was by choice.
there are wooden houses sort of scattered all around. It doesn't look like this town's
Uninformed
organized
choice.
in any particular
Still a
fashion.
choice.
It looks like it just sort of happened.
Too many exclamation points.
I wasn't specific enough.
Okay. Of the houses you see, some of them are...
No, I wasn't saying you. I was saying when I redid that round.
Oh,
I wasn't
sure.
Specific enough.
Well, you didn't know there was a town to rebuild. You were saying, Zeke?
Yeah, because I had to put the
Give
people
me
back
something
in
for a
it.
town hall. I'm gonna go look for a library.
Okay. That's a little easier to find. As you look around, you can see a building that appears like it has information inside of it.
I am going in, and I'm gonna be like, bye bye.
Just making sure that I said there's something you might be interested in and you weren't even... Okay.
The knowledge mana.
That's fine, I get it. You just...
I'll go into the library.
Well, too late now.
Yeah, it's gone now.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so Xanthip's heading off one way, Zeke's heading off another.
I'm just gonna go into some buildings around here.
Okay.
So like, go check them out.
Allure, what are you doing? Everyone's kind of splitting up. Which is a great time for you to do
Don't
things.
leave me alone here.
Come with me then.
Okay.
No, I
I'm
don't
gonna
go
follow
library.
Cat.
Well, she's following...
I will take Talia with me.
Okay. She's following Andrast, who is following you. So the three of you are heading to a library-type building.
We're playing a game of Snake.
I swear, if you touch anything, break anything, or do anything to disturb my knowledge, I'm
Maybe
the
you
person
should come
who
with
wants-
me.
Yep.
So that way we're not by. Everyone's not by themselves.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna go
Give me
with
two,
you.
give me two, give me two.
So, as I see it, there is Xanthip and Talia, Kat and Kaylin, and then Andrast, Allure, and Zeke. Okay. Good, I get to do things while you're all split into three little parties.
Sweet, you have to have a number after Luthord.
And it has to be the amount of D-skills that you have, or less.
I'm not moving it.
Your hands are twitching too.
I know he looks funny.
Look at this. I'm not moving it.
That's her hands doing this. Shaking.
That's not intentional.
I didn't say it was.
You're still technically
Oh
moving
my
it.
god.
Plus, that's too many scales.
It maxes out at 10 grand.
Well, we could just remove all 24,000.
Oh yeah, hold on 1 second. I know how to do that.
Simulate a loss. Okay.
I was out of back.
I'm gonna write that down real quick.
Not if he turns off that option for you.
Woo! I win.
Blue's Clues sing Star Wars.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Joe.
How about you give some of those scales to the rest of us?
Yeah. Well, like half
he's
of
on
the
his
scale.
he's on his cheater account.
Yeah, that is my cheater account.
I know.
Okay.
Nope. It's my pop socket.
Xanthip and Talia, you guys are heading towards a governmental building. You approach the doors and they will not open.
You won't open?
Yep, the doors are made of a washed wood. It's very clean and shiny.
Do they not open as if they are locked or as if they are stuck?
As if you put your hand on a handle and the handle does not move with you.
Uh-oh.
My hand, I go through the handle?
No, you go to move the handle and it...
Okay, so like it's locked.
Like
not
it's locked.
stuck.
Yep.
Okay.
Butthead. But
Then I will do what I do best. I will cast a spell.
Okay.
Knock.
You cast Knock, and does 5e Knock only open one thing, or does it open everything in a radius like 3rd edition?
In 5th edition, it is one lock.
Okay.
Magical or mundane.
Okay.
Huh?
You
Magical, mundane, or otherwise?
you use Knock, and you get this strange resonation as you use Knock. You can see the handle jiggle, but it's like it's like it's to your perception, it's almost like it's lagging. It's like it's not a fluid motion. And
as it is attempting to do that, I will attempt to assist it.
Yep, but as you move, it moves as solidly as you do.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, it was moving in like it was missing frames. And yep, it unlocks, and you open the door, and you're in this hall with a desk in front of you, probably 40 feet wide by 100 feet long. And there's all sorts of desks lining the left and right walls from where you're standing.
I was
And
thinking at first he
You
said that
heard
the
the same
table
thing I
was
did.
for. I'm like, that's
oh
one
yeah,
fucking
that's a
huge
really
table.
big desk. I'm talking about the hall.
The pause in there.
Yeah,
It
I
didn't sound
misplaced
like
a couple of the
comma.
sentence parts there.
I'm like,
Yeah, a 40 by 100 foot desk.
holy crap.
I'm like, oh my god, I don't want him to have to meet whoever has.
It's a snake.
That much bigger.
Right? Big old Naga
It's
comes out from behind
vacant.
shelves.
You, in this building, you can actually hear the sounds of.
An office.
Yeah, you hear quill to paper and writing instruments, and you can hear even a slight bit of mechanical noise, like
Somebody's using it like abacus.
but you don't see anybody, and on the desks themselves don't have anything on them.
There's no paperwork whatsoever anywhere.
No,
Are
not in
there
this building.
Books on the shelves.
When you look at shelves, you can see, weirdly enough, you can see where the way the light's hitting the shelf, you can see a brighter spot at the end of the shelf. Like say this is the shelf, and where a book would be like this.
Mm-hmm.
You can see a light difference. So on the edge of the shelf is brighter, and from that point back into the shelf is darker, where there would be something.
So the light designates there should be a book there, but physically there's nothing present.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, the library's gonna
And
be
now that you've
disappointing.
noticed that phenomenon, you look around again, you can see slight light variations all over. You can see on the desk, you can see some spots that are darker than others.
This is where an ink pot would be. This is where a ledger
Paper,
would be.
yeah.
Okay. But beyond the furniture itself, there's no furnishings.
Correct.
Okay. Shoot.
Bang.
Are
Bang.
there stairs leading upstairs?
Yes,
Or down.
you find a staircase up to a second floor as you look around.
Okay. I would like to ascend and see what there is upstairs.
Okay. Talia's following you around, and she's relatively quiet. She has not much to say. Andras, Zeke, and Allure, you guys walk for about 5 minutes until you come to a building that's made out of cobblestone.
Yep.
And you see a signpost that has a book on it.
Yep.
And you open the door opens fine, it's a single wooden door. And you enter this large square building, and there are many shelves, but as you look around, the shelves have nothing on them.
I cry in cleric.
Crying cleric.
Yep.
Sad playground noises.
And it's the same thing for you, Zeke. You don't see anything on the shelves. You see reading spots, you see chairs and cushions and candlesticks and all sorts of stuff that would incorporate reading and putting books away. But
I got the head.
on these shelves, all you see are light spots and dark spots.
And as I do this, I'm going to cast Detect Magic once again in the area.
Okay, well that's going to take 10 more minutes.
Everyone,
Are you going to announce your intentions to Andras, or does she have to figure it out?
I'm not going to announce anything. I'm just going to sit down and just be like,
I got a skull head in my lap. I'm like,
Okay.
hi.
I'm gonna stick my hand in one of the shelves and see if I can grab anything.
You find nothing but air.
Well, this is
Weird.
disappointing.
But
Sad
it's a
blue-
little weird.
Sad blue girl meme.
When the party's dying, what does the bard do?
Dude. Sad dudes.
Sad
You place your hand in this shelf and you go from the light area to the dark area, and as your hand passes into that dark area, it feels heavier. You feel like a higher gravity, like your hands. You feel heavier in that area, and as you bring it back, nothing's changed.
I don't like
Your
this.
mass has adjusted.
I don't like it. Oh, hello. Hello.
Okay, so Zeke just sits down.
I don't got no
well,
food.
I'm doing a ritual spell, so it's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
He begins ritualizing.
Ritualizing?
No, the jowls.
Are you guys gonna do anything?
Oh, the school jowls. There's so many people to give me
I
love.
don't know what I can necessarily do.
That's fine.
Excuse you.
No, you're not coming on your lap. Skull. Down. Come here, buddy.
So was that a nothing?
But she was
Yeah,
petting
probably
me,
not.
Mama.
I'm thinking.
Okay. Kat and Kaylin, you guys were gonna do what now? You're gonna look for what?
We're just more the houses around there.
Okay.
Or the buildings around there.
As you go to look around,
Sit.
you
Down. Good boy.
go to the next nearest house, one of the better looking ones, better constructed, 2 stories, and you go to open the door, and the door does not open.
Okay, so you guys.
You gonna
Teeth
slide a
tools.
hand on that?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll that.
Yeah, teeth tools. Turf tools.
Yep. Give me a second.
Tools of the teeth.
Yeah, we're almost on our break here. We're gonna break pretty quick.
22.
Okay. Well, you do the things you would normally do with these tools. However, and while you really feel like that was successful, as you move the pins to try to move the tumblers inside the lock, you're met with a strange resistance, and while you start moving and jiggling around with your bump there, for 1 second it moves with you, and for another second you pretty much go through the lock. And then when you bring it back down, it's there again. It's really challenging. You have a hard time with this lock that seems to be going in and out of focus, and you don't lockpick it.
The entire place
Can I
is a
try
displacer
again?
beast
Go ahead.
mimic.
Oh no, it's hey, I figured it out. So the entire town starts moving because it's on top of one big displacer beast.
How are you?
I did worse this time.
Okay. You feel like this is something you should be able to do, but
Right?
something
He's
is
donkers.
weird. Besides the town being weird.
Good boy.
Kayla, is there anything you want to do? You see Kat doing something you
Someone's being
know she can do, and she's having trouble.
This place is weird. I don't
I
want
don't
to be
like
here
this
anymore.
place.
we go find the others?
It's unsettling.
Yeah.
I wonder if it hasn't settled yet.
Like it's been too soon? Not that I'm with you, but...
Yeah.
Okay,
I hear
well.
her in my mind.
Yes.
I have great perception.
From
We
across
do
the town,
have-
you hear someone's thoughts.
Yep.
We do have link pearls, so
Okay, we're going to go to break. Do we want to say anything before we go to break?
Ice cream!
Yes, probably that. So, okay, we'll be back in about 30 minutes or so. And, yeah,
the baby.
stay with us. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll be right back.
Yep, we'll be back in a little bit.
Welcome to your hero-approved weekly rundown, the 25th through to the 1st. This episode is brought to you by Acme Bald Cream. Be shiny! It's October and our gal Spooky Sprinkles has started Sprinktober. She has made a list of art prompts for the whole community to get involved and make awesome Halloween art, so hop over to her stream or hop in the tavern to get involved. Dungeons & Dom has started a modded playthrough of Skyrim, adding more and more mods as he progresses. And I honestly wonder how many mods the console can take. I guess we will find out. Failsham has started an October drawing challenge. He's going to draw an entire 22-page horror noir comic before the end of October. Hats off, buddy. That's a hard challenge, and I'm honestly curious of how this is going to turn out. Rule Couch has started on the Grouch Couch. All October long, we will be doing Halloween-themed streams with extra horror-y fun, with an addition of an extra Monday night stream dedicated to ghost stories and creepypastas. If you have some stories, make sure to come join me on Monday night. On Saturday, Thaco is DMing Lorimir. The party's in the hometown of Tick and Tack, trying to learn more about mechanical monsters that they keep running into. That's strange stuff. And on Sunday, Bard in the North is running Dungeon of the Mad Mage. The party are attempting to stop a ritual and kill a drow priestess. Sounds fun to me. Substance Abused won the season finale of Viva La Dungeon, and the shirt design for season 3 that's starting next Tuesday has been released. Check it out, it's pretty rad. Joe Dirt is releasing artwork for each player character on his stream each week, and they look super dope, so you can hop over there and check those out. Hero Approved made their debut on Goodman Games, and it was an awesome success. With only a couple of F-bombs dropped, they killed it, and it was loads of fun. Remember, the crew will be back there next Thursday, the 8th, for more X-Crawl. This has been your Hero Approved Weekly Rundown. I'm Turk from the Grouch Couch. Happy October, heroes.
What is Hero Approved?
I'm Turkey from the Grouch Couch.
Hi, I'm the Lich.
I'm DM Taco from Dragons in the Dining Room.
My name is Spooky Sprinkles.
I'm Dungeons & Dom. I'm Jeff Folsham of Folsham Art.
Hero Approved is a stream team full of streamers dedicated to their craft and community. They strive to push the boundaries of what is possible for live streaming. Collaborations every week.
I see. That right.
Metal detector. Pushing each other to make the best possible content. Check out the Hero Approved channels.
All right, and we are back.
This one's.
Thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for the.
We have foods.
Yes, we're all fed and have snacks here and. Yeah, chimkin.
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 I have custard, so I'll be eating that as we go on. But you guys just arrived in this town that was recreated by the force of Cat, and
I messed up because there's no people.
everything is not what it seems. You hear the sounds of city life, but you do not see the city life. And most things you've encountered either don't seem to exist or exist in weird, ghostly formats. So, we re-pick back up with Xanthip and Talia in the government building on the second floor, Andrast, Zeke, and Allure in a library, and Kat and Kaylin who tried to go into a home, and Kat was unfortunately unable to pick a lock that she feels like she should have. So, Xanthip,
Yeah.
you arrive on the second floor. Thank you, Speedy. Thanks, Jaden.
Yes. Thank you very much.
You arrive on the second floor with Talia coming up the stairs right behind you, and you find just a vast emptiness up here. You see there should be shadows of certain objects, but some are round, some are square. And you know when you go into kind of a musty attic, you get the little like dust just hanging around in the light.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of that feeling up here, and you can see some of that.
I'm gonna try something. I don't know how well it's gonna work. I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic.
Okay.
Stand in the middle of this foyer or balcony or whatever this is. Stand in the middle and try not to stand on what would be a shadow.
Oh look, we can skip to level 3 now. and cast the spell.
Okay. You guys find yourself on the third floor of the Dungeon of Mad Mage.
It was all just a lie.
No, you're actually in Barovia. No, I'm just kidding.
That's even worse.
You cast Dispel Magic. Are you focusing on anything in particular, or just kind of all around you, or what are you doing?
Particularly this balcony.
Okay.
I am casting Dispel Magic with the mental image of whatever is affecting this balcony to cease.
So something strange happens. You cast Dispel Magic, and not as if this whole situation was strange to begin with.
Right.
But you get this sort of circular pulse around you. And you know what this spell does, and it sort of sends out this light-colored energy around you.
Mm-hmm.
And almost like a bubble shape around you, you can see that you've changed the local environment, as it seems to be brighter, almost like a residual flashbang of sorts.
Okay.
And for just maybe 30 seconds, as you look around, you can actually see objects. You see a barrel, you see several barrels, you see some chests, you see a desk, you see a chair. You even see the shape of 3 people, and they sort of are looking around as if you're not there. And then after that 30-second window, it sort of starts to fade back to what you understand of not being there.
So I displaced everything inside this bubble for a short time.
That's what you appear to have done.
Okay. But I definitively saw people.
Yes, you saw, in the 30 seconds you looked around, you saw 3 humanoid type figures.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that, because the way you were leading into it, I just wanted to make sure it was definitively saw them, not just shadows of or...
You can't be 100% sure, but you're in the 80-90s.
Okay.
They're more...
Did you see that, Talia?
Yeah, what did you do?
magical spell called Dispel Magic makes me believe that there is something causing this effect that we may be able to stop.
Well, better go down the well in center town.
Yeah, I don't know. It shouldn't be like this at all.
You may need to make a stop inside the tower and see if there's any information in there as well.
We have to leave town and go back.
Well, I understand that. I want to investigate some more here, see if there might be an answer before we do.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. So shall we leave?
Yeah, we're gonna catch up to everybody else.
Okay. Xantha and Talia work their way outside, and Andras, Zeke, and Lore. Zeke had once again cast Detect Magic inside this library. And when you detect magic... Huh?
Focusing on the bookshelves.
When you do detect magic, you... Almost in the same effect I just described, you get this... You see the resounding parts of magic particles all over. And you can see the shapes that are missing. You see books in the shelves. You see some humanoid figures walking around. You see some changes in their clothes, like the silhouettes. You see cloaks. You see armors. You see weapons. You see all this stuff, and then after 30 seconds to 60 seconds, it all sort of fizzles back to the way it was.
Well, see, the thing is, Detect Magic lasts for, what, 10 minutes?
Normally.
Okay. And that time in which Detect Magic was going on, those objects got highlighted.
Yeah,
I wanted to cast...
Sorry.
I wanted to cast Identify on any person that would be, like, sitting around the desks.
Are you using a spell slot, or are you ritual casting?
Spell slot, because I won't be able to time to ritual cast if Detect Magic is only, like, lasting for, that quick.
Yep. You must touch the object you wish to identify.
Well, if the objects are highlighted with magic, couldn't I just reach my finger out and touch them?
So, okay, you gonna get up from your sitting position and walk towards the thing. What are you trying to touch?
Humanoid.
Okay.
Anything humanoid.
Now, as you see this outline before it fades away, you go to put your hand on what you would expect to be a person. And as you apply pressure, you continue to go straight through it. Your hand goes through the resonance you see.
Well, it says, if it is a magic item or some other magic-imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, or how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether the spells are affecting... you learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Right. The first line of the spell says you must be able to touch the object, or you choose one object that you must touch. You were unable to make contact with this outline. You can see that there's something there, but you can't feel it.
If that's the case, then I would probably try to hit a bookshelf that's actually physically there then.
Okay, well, you'd have to cast it twice then.
That's fine.
Okay. You cast Identify again, and you touch this bookshelf, and I need to check real quick before I tell you that.
I heard noise. I looked at Joel. And what was the...
You're
shifting.
This is a spell. It is conjuration, but it's intensely powerful. It doesn't fit into your understanding of 1 through 9th level. And the effects of the spell that come to your understanding are not unlike plane shift. Some form of plane shift. weirdly enough, it's not plane shift. It's like plane shift. And you don't have a name for the spell. And you wouldn't know how it got casted, or if it even was casted, or if it's just present.
So, if I learn its properties and how to use them, would I learn how to plane shift?
You can learn the properties of a magic item, but the bookshelf itself is not magic. It's imbued with magic.
Got it.
There are no attributes of the magic bookshelf.
It's a gazebo.
Pretty much.
Are you going to say any of this to your friends who are looking at you?
Expectantly, trustingly.
Well, now he's not going to say anything.
It's just the one who wants to brand him.
You gave me details on it, but it does say that was created by...
The bookshelf was not created by a spell. There is a magical effect of a spell, but the item itself is not magical.
We're not glowing, correct? We're not glowing with the same kind of attributes?
Nope, you guys are glowing with your own magical weapons and gear. Like your bag is glowing.
And Spark.
Yes, and Andras has a black glow.
He doesn't speak of that.
Yeah. Zeke's gonna snap his fingers and he's gonna go, I got it. And he's gonna run out the door and run up to Xanthus.
Xanthus on the building with you. You're leaving the building?
Yes.
Okay.
I follow.
He says, I've got it, and he runs out the building.
I follow the crazy wooden tin man.
I said, that sounded significant, DM.
Hmm?
I said, that sounded significant. Oh, you're leaving the building? Okay.
Okay.
You know, he can just, for all we know, we could do an encounter and he could say, so what's your character's swim speed again?
Right.
Just to freak you out.
I have done that to you guys more times than I can count.
Yeah, Mark just go, wait, why?
Yes.
It puts everybody's brain back into gear, for one. And two,
Okay.
it's just fun to make.
Remind me, who's your god?
Okay, so Andrast, are you following Allure, who's following Zeke?
Yes.
Okay. The three of you are heading back towards the town square, where you see Xanthus and Talia slowly catching up.
So a tin man, a halfling, and a cleric enter the library. Exit the library.
My nickname is Dip Tip, remember that?
What?
It's what?
Dip tip.
Okay, not what I heard.
Remember I dipped my pinky in the Aether kind of weirdness moo and that was my tip of finger?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Thank
what
you.
I heard.
I felt it right when you did that, too.
I'm just like, I was trying to warn you.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So, Kaylin and Kat, after the unsuccessful opening of one door, what are you guys doing now?
We were gonna go find these guys.
Okay. In the next 5 minutes, you all meet up back at the fountain.
Because we don't like it here.
Yep, you all sort of reach to the company once more.
You know, I could ask Selune for guidance with all of this.
You could.
Selune is going to be able to reach you in the pocket dimension.
It's a god.
Why
Gods
not?
can do all sorts of things.
You never mentioned... Did you mention that you had a stronger connection here?
A stronger connection here?
Because you threw your planeswalk when you entered this place in the first place. Well, you had a stronger connection on Ravnica. But
Right, then I'll mention, my connection with Selune isn't dampened here or on Ravnica like it was in the prison dimension.
That's good to know.
Yes. I mean, it's not far off.
All I can see is a werewolf doing the Sailor Moon transformation. To be a werewolf.
I mean...
Fur just goes boo!
So...
I mean, Selune is the goddess of the moon.
Exactly. for you.
Yep.
Question.
Okay.
Where is the nearest spire? Did we see it?
There was one in between the lake and here, and it's about 30 minutes away.
Okay, remember I was not here, so I had to ask that question.
That's fair, but I did say that before you guys got into town.
Which way did the farm boy go?
Down the hill. What do you need? We're all roughly in the same place.
I'm gonna run over to Talia.
Yes?
I'm gonna put both my hands on her arms, kind of like when someone grabs them, they go, "We need to go," that kind of thing.
She seems defensive.
I'm gonna look at her and I go, "Okay, so I know I threw you in the pillow that one time, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you no hard feelings, right? First off,
Yes, hard feelings.
okay, but I'm trying to save you.
I understand that, but
Thank
you should have
you,
listened to me.
Thank you, Mr. Abstracto.
Take care, sweet space cat.
Thank you.
Okay, so
we have 2 blocks.
I need you to do me a solid.
What does that mean?
Well,
so
well, actually, I need you to do a translucent because it's gonna be big. So, do you remember when we gave those books to planar attunement to your boyfriend or whatever you want to call him?
He's a child!
He's not a child, no. He's a young mage. He's not a child. He's a young adult.
Anything under
It's not
17
my-
is a child.
It's not my boyfriend.
18 as a child, right?
Okay, whatever.
Anything
So
under 22 is a child.
At this point.
And this is me looking at
This is
Xantha
like your
and
old
the Bible bumper and going, so the spell that's being cast in this area is similar to flame shift. You know those two, that is, right?
In theory.
It is a high level spell, and it is you are bard and warlock, right?
Yep.
Okay. It is in your
Warlock.
dements.
Yep.
It is also in
Domicile.
Andras dements, but very high level. You've
Like I
heard
said,
stories of
I
it.
know it in theory.
Right?
Okay. And so here's my thinking. We bring the boy, okay, not the boyfriend, to over here.
His name is
You have
Jeremy.
the book.
His name is Jeremy.
I'm sorry, what? I forgot his name already.
Jeremy.
You said planes.
Plane
Chef?
shift.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys focus your...
I want to hear him out first.
Okay. Sorry.
But I had that thought too.
We bring him over here, and we can go back to the spire. But you can take him to the spire, like through the spire. We can like step over here, right?
I think I'm the only one who can go into them, except Xanthip did once.
That was by pure unadulterated luck.
I think it was
And
like
she-
pure unadulterated stubbornness.
Yeah. With a little hint of stupidity.
Well, if
Right.
he can do it, it should be possible.
Right.
Okay.
But it's not something that we can guarantee.
That book that he has, I want him to bring it over here because I have a feeling that book is the key to getting this place unplane shifted.
Well, he wouldn't leave.
Or we get transported into the plane in which these people are in.
Hey, Jeremy.
Yes.
That book that we gave you on interdimensional planar quantum tunneling stuff.
There's a book like that. What's up?
The city we're standing in apparently seems to be shifted out of phase, and we need to figure out how to get it back.
Okay. You can hear the sounds of manipulation, machines moving and pen writing.
I have lots of hints of stupidity.
It is abundant at this table.
So
More so with some of us.
you're in the new section.
Yeah, we're roughly half an hour from the new spire,
Okay, and
which is northeast of
sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
And at this point, you hear him moving. Give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna go interface with the spire here in Sanctuary.
You do what you gotta do. We'll be here waiting.
Okay. You all hear this conversation.
Wumbo.
And of course, Zeke is like, it was my idea. This is my idea. If everything horribly goes wrong, though, it was totally Xander's.
That about sums up our.
I reach into my pocket and grab some like rations and give it to Zeke and go, here you go, good boy.
The cat gives you rations. Zeke.
I don't care. It wasn't the point.
And says good boy.
I quickly grab my bag of devouring and I put it right up to her hand, maybe an inch away, and go, yes, you're the good boy, yes, you beat it.
In this town, is there some sort of tower?
I wonder if I could
tall
craft
building?
a fruit tree onto
Yeah, so there's a fortification type castle, small castle in the back. You can see it towers over the rest of the town. It's comparatively maybe 4 or 5 stories tall.
And the rest of the town doesn't exceed more than 2 stories?
No. It's all smaller buildings, 1 to 3 stories. If you're looking for a highest point, it would be that 4.
Do any of the towers of this facility appear to have what looks like a weather vane?
Good question.
I have another idea.
Got me on that one.
You're welcome.
That's not something I accounted for.
And he picks option C.
I do.
You have A and B.
F. And this is
High or
why
low?
I don't like prepping for you guys.
Low?
Yeah.
You do not find what you're looking for.
Floor 3.
Well, if I don't see a weather vane, that's fine.
Yep.
What I would like to do then is look around town. Are there metal fences, iron fences?
You can find in certain areas there's like an iron portcullis here and there. You don't see it so much as fence. The fence, if there's any fences, it's wooden or it's cobble walls.
How about your branding iron?
I need something taller.
Oh.
What I'm thinking about doing here is if we go to the peak of the castle, and
Yeah, there's a castle, a small one.
Castle.
A castle.
I said castle.
Oh,
I enunciated the tip. And if we go to the highest point with a large weather vane, and those of us who are capable of casting magics, including the one who just learned a new trick, maybe we can use our energies with my dispel magic through this and create kind of a way of forcing it across the city using this weather vane.
Oh, an umbrella.
Yes.
so you're trying to amplify whatever you're planning on doing.
Yes.
So we're basically creating
We're making an
creating
antenna
the
for
dome.
your thing to go.
We're creating the dome.
Yeah.
Nice.
With your intention in mind, maybe you should look for a smithy to see if there's loose bits of iron or ingots.
I was going to start with large bits by you tearing apart a fence, but
Okay.
yeah, going for a smithy is the next idea.
Okay.
Wait, I have a better idea. I pull out the bits and shards and whatnot that Zan dropped off.
No,
Yes, you have some pieces of Zan.
no, because those pieces of Zan have the characters on it that we need to decipher. I don't want to destroy them.
We could just use
Well,
him.
I mean, he's a
He
beacon
is
of
a piece of metal,
transportation.
right?
I wonder if when he comes back he gets different symbols.
Also, I could just scribe down the things, and then we have the symbols.
Well, then get describing before we start messing them up.
We say we could also just use you, Zeke.
You're made of metal.
I look at her and I go, do you know what a repulsion shield feels like?
This is really good ice cream.
We'll
You know,
we'll
there's
just
a
flamingo, croquet, mallet him from Alice in Wonderland. Just
You know, Zeke, knowing how much fire I've been around, There may be a chance that I could use heat metal on you at some point.
I look at her and I go, about that.
Hey, Radio Man.
Hey, Radio Man.
You better watch it. He may feed you to the bag of devouring.
Yeah.
I'm offering up the pieces of Zan that I have. Because I'm thinking, hey, look, if this is all about like weird planar energies and stuff like that, why not use a being who, exists here and can teleport at will?
So,
Don't say.
Baby.
So, in the middle of you guys' conversation here, you hear over the pearl. Okay, I'm at the spire now, and you can hear even across the pearl. You can hear the very slight hums of magic, like a wub noise. And he says, "Okay, so what did you need from me, Xanthip?"
We believe that this town.
No, he won.
We believe that this town is affected by some sort of magic or something that has made it. Well, the closest analogy I have is like plane shift. It's here, but it's not quite here.
Peculiar. Nothing in the notes I have of the architect would say anything like that. I do have this planar book of the few books you found for me, but I don't think it will help. It's just possible it's not fully formed yet.
So maybe give it time, or
I can see what I can do. I have access to the administrative layer here. I can try to mess with it.
Yeah, if you could look around and see if there's any information before we mess with anything.
Well,
because I am considering creating an antenna to amplify my dispel magic, because that did seem to set everything right for a minute.
Before you guys contacted me, I was doing some more research on those notes, and I found something interesting, if it's correct. And on my theory here, for me to do this, I need you to return to Aspire and have Talia step inside.
Well, explain your theory before we commit.
I think she can manipulate the plane also.
Localize?
Hey, she's our antenna. Let's go.
I think she has... It may have been locked away, but I think she has the powers of the architect also.
It would make sense if she's his daughter.
well, and she's tied to the plane.
And you need her to make the new spires from the shards, so...
Right. Well, I suppose it won't hurt, because we can come right back to the town and do our studies there too.
Maybe if we go there first, that will give him time to do some more research.
It'll take us about a half an hour to get to the spire, so...
Okay, I'll be back here in 30 minutes. And you hear it's over, that there's no more noise coming.
Silence.
Yep.
And I will look at everybody else and explain we're going to the tower.
Alright.
Okay.
We're going to see if
Let's get out of this creepy town.
See if Talia has more power than she thought she did.
Okay.
Not even with her brain scrambled.
Maybe that's why her brain scrambled.
Or we'll just scramble it more.
It might happen sooner than you want to
Hold
or
on.
thought.
I wonder.
Wrote the book of love.
I have very interesting thoughts.
Okay.
No, I
From the
wonder
spells
if
that I have.
I know some of the spells
we
you
have a
have.
third planeswalker, if what we were trying to do before might be more successful.
Possible. But let's try this first.
I wonder if I could do it.
You said to the
through
fresh
them.
planeswalker who's only been a planeswalker for like 2 hours.
And
Yep.
hasn't even drawn her first mana.
So
I wonder
you guys might be new, but she's
Speaking of
new.
which, can you pull mana from a campfire?
I don't know. I don't know how any of this crap works.
Oh,
Okay.
I know how this works. Hold on a second.
Skull. Down.
Hey, Zeke,
What?
can you create a flame?
Yes. And Bruce Lee.
Alright, fantastic. While we're walking, I want you to focus on that flame.
The robot or the fire in his hand?
The flame. You may have to
It
put your
causes
hand
hot.
on his shoulder so that you're walking in the same direction and don't trip over yourself.
I'm gonna, yeah, end
You
up.
need to focus on that flame.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. So basically, it's gonna be the reverse child leash situation. Me and Zeke.
Well, I'm eating this thinking of you now, Radio Man.
If you guys try that again, I want to try to help you in a little bit of a way. I want to be able. I have a spell that lets me encode thoughts, and I wonder if that would help just untangle her thoughts.
Encode?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
We'll discuss
cool.
that in the
Yep.
future.
I'm gonna concentrate on the flame while we're walking.
I'm gonna take the flame and like go like not conscious, but like left eye and right eye
And cross-eyed.
and right and the forehead.
Okay.
Running through force.
Yes, Mr. Abstracto, this
We play
is
5th
5e.
edition, yep. And this campaign is homebrew.
Most of what we do is very, very heavily sprinkled with homebrew.
So,
Because it's more fun that way.
their hub world is Ravnica from Magic the Gathering. I have the book for it. But they're currently out of plane. So,
Being in a pocket dimension for the second time.
I was gonna say.
but it's way different.
Yes, it
It's way
is.
different. I like this pocket.
This is the first pocket dimension I've been in. So.
Right. This pocket dimension doesn't feel like that.
So currently the only, well, we technically are doing the Tyranny of Dragons series,
Yeah,
but that's mostly homebrewed.
That's like 75% homebrew, 25% module.
So
Salt Marsh and
technically,
Homebrew, Mad Mage, and how homebrew are you doing about that?
Nervous.
pretty much no homebrewed.
Well, Nervous is 100%.
Nervous, 100%. Laura
Yeah.
is 100%.
So pretty much the only, well, I mean, Salt Marsh is
The homebrew also,
it?
for the most part.
Okay.
It's like
Feel
95% like homebrew, 5% salt marsh.
I
Gotcha.
feel like Strahd is also quite a bit homebrewed.
I think it's
Well,
probably
yeah.
the closest to module.
Yeah.
Outside of Dungeon of the Mad Mage, Strahd is the closest to module.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you guys, I'm not gonna have you roll. You get to the spire just fine. And during that time, you're trying to concentrate on the flame, which only lasts for 10 minutes. But since it's a cantrip, you can just keep casting it. And the longer you stare at the little dancing flicker, the more you try to conceptualize that it's more than just fire. You start to see the flame more red than it would normally be.
Oh.
While you're in this intense concentration, and thankfully you're in mostly flat foothills, so you don't have to care too much about where you're stepping, occasional divots and stuff like that, but no branches or rocks. You can see that this flame produces a red color, and just straight red glow to it.
Ooh.
But by the time you guys get to the spire, that's all you've really done.
Like the second that I see that red, it's gonna be like a slight head tilt of, huh.
And if you're looking at her, Andraster Xanthip, you know she knows.
Right.
Yeah,
You know she's got the no.
That's kind of all I was doing, is just waiting for that thing, that moment where it goes click,
Yeah, and
And then I'll go back.
there's literally the, oh.
and then I'm just gonna, okay, I don't have to do any more now.
Stare into a bonfire, see its soul.
Pretty much.
Okay. You guys return to the spire. Unharmed. It is now afternoon. Sun's beginning to go the opposite way.
As we get about, I'd say 5 minutes out, I'm gonna holler back to Jeremy. We're almost there.
Okay, I will get back to the sanctuary spire.
What would happen if I looked at this?
And then when we reach it, I will say we have arrived.
Okay. You can hear the hum of him interfacing with the spire again. And he says, Talia, are you there? And she responds, yes, I'm ready. So you guys watch as she walks through the surface that is normally hard, and she disappears into this spire, and then it goes quiet. I mean, nothing's happening. You can hear that Jeremy's still on the line on the pearl. You can hear this slight variations of pitch of sound and of the magic that he's using. And it takes maybe 3 or 4 minutes of you guys just kind of standing there doing not much. Anybody want to do anything while this is happening? It's just been quiet.
I will look now at our newest planeswalker. So you saw what I was hoping you'd see. Now what I want you to do is I want you to think about owning it.
Okay.
My precious. Cradle it in my hands.
Okay, so I'm gonna be like, okay, that's great. I'm gonna pull a torch out, stick it in the ground, produce flame, light it, and be like, that's all you. I'm gonna be over here.
I'm literally gonna sit cross-legged in front of it and just stare at the torch.
Take it into
and try
yourself.
to
Make it yours.
Yep, I'm trying to pull the red.
So I want to remind you that I'm going to do the same thing I do to Andras and Xanthip. I need you to describe what you're doing.
Basically, knowing that I saw that red hue, I'm going to kind of imagine, like, as the flames move, they move towards me, and then the red hue would kind of go towards me into my hand, or just into me in general.
Okay. Roll percentile.
86.
And as she's doing that, I'm going to walk over to the spires.
I'm gonna get burned anyways.
Cast Identify on the spires as Talia and them are merging with it.
Okay. We'll get back to that. What was your number?
86.
Okay. It's difficult. This is something you don't know. This is something you've never known. In fact, magic is, in general, just, to put it bluntly, arcane.
I know key point. I know
Yeah.
key. I don't know this.
You've got this mystical energy, but you don't understand the concepts of the arcane. But surely but slowly over time, you start thinking about that red overlay of the flame, and it starts to pulsate in size from small to large, and as if it were a trickle of water, it starts to slowly start kind of, you know how if you blow on a flame it'll push out and kind of flicker back?
And that's kind of what I was imagining.
It keeps doing that towards you slightly, and you eventually, after a little while, good night.
Here, good night, there you go.
Good night.
Eventually, that little bit of red hue gets to your hand, and it's warm. You feel warmth even though you have no fire. And as quickly as you think about holding it in your hand, it goes into your hand.
Okay.
And you have this inner warmth. And somewhere in your character sheet, you should write that you have 1 red.
Yeah. Am I super tired after doing that, or?
No. You rolled pretty high, so you had a pretty successful first draw.
Similar to me. While she's doing that, I'm also going to do the same. I'm going to focus on the grasslands around me and see if I can pull another mana.
What do you have right now?
1.
One what?
I have 1 green, but I have this feeling that potentially I have more space.
Right. Percentile.
Yeah, if I could do it once and don't feel tired, I'm gonna try to keep doing it.
Ooh. That's a little bit better than average. I got a 60.
You already have this sense of energy inside of you, and you try to recover more from the grasslands, and almost like your first time ever, it's sort of rough.
Well, and I recently took from this area too, so.
Yeah. You feel like it's a possibility, but not right now.
Right. That's fine. I just testing the waters because something feels different.
And you're gonna keep trying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As long as I'm not tired, I'm gonna try again.
When you...
Being as we have a bit more experience with this, would I have noticed that she was successful in obtaining anything? Okay.
You don't have that level of clarity yet.
That's why I was asking.
You continue to try to pull this red beam, and you feel you have this warmth already inside of you, and you realize that you have filled your container or filled your spoon, so to speak.
Okay.
And as you continue to draw it, you feel like you're now hot. You feel like you're on fire.
And be like, I'm gonna stop.
You open your eyes and your robes are burning.
Yeah.
So, and in fact, you draw on it you try to draw on it so vampirically that the fire, even though it was produced flame magically, it actually flicks out. The fire is gone.
Hot flash.
A little bit. And I'm just gonna kind of sit back and rest on my hands behind me and like, that's really warm.
RepinWolf.
Yay.
16 months.
That was a really weird sound. It didn't.
There's a hiccup in the noise, and I'm not sure if it's stream elements being goofy.
I just realized I had the reset thing on my chat here.
Gotcha.
Mr. Abstracto, that road trip is depending on. It's about 30 hours.
We did it in 28.
Well, that's probably because you have a lead foot.
That is also still about 28
Thank
to
you.
30 is
Yeah.
about
It wasn't lead
from
foot, we were racing.
Oh, jeez.
That's lead foot!
From where to where?
California to Minnesota.
The trip.
Or vice versa.
Well, I was gonna say the trip from Las Vegas to the cities is 27 hours.
Yeah, we wound up making it in 28, but it would have been faster had we not hit snow in the mountains.
I was gonna say, I think my dad made it in 26 when I was in labor and he was in California and he flew low in a semi.
Yep.
Worst part was when we drove back here for my brother's wedding. We were driving through Donner Pass a week after we had just gone over the Donner Party in history class, and it was like 1 a.m, and it was the end of May, and guess what? It was snowing.
Yep.
The whole time
And that was
in the vehicle going,
26
nope.
years ago, so that was before speed limits were higher.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad was flying.
That was a flight, Axel, and that was like a 3-hour flight.
Right.
To Maryland from Duluth. Duluth to Minneapolis to Maryland. So, okay. I lost track of what we were doing. You guys were drawing mana.
Yep.
Jeremy was trying to do something in the tower.
And I went to go cast Identify the Star because I'm getting super frustrated, but I can't figure out anything.
Well, you cast Identify on the Spire. And
Which I'm touching this time.
I understand. Thank you. I understand you're touching it. I do. The problem is that this doesn't have a spell in the spell book. These are magically enchanted, and as enchantment, in fact, it's several schools all at once. You get reports of enchantment, you get abjuration, you get conjuration. You don't get evocation, you do get alteration, you don't get illusion, you don't get necromancy. So you get the 4, like, conjuration, enchantment, abjuration. You get the protective, the changing. You realize that there's a cacophony of magic on these. Yes, I said alteration. I don't remember it exactly. I know I changed a couple of those words. Abjuration is protection.
Transmutation?
Transmutation is probably what I use alteration in the thing I'm writing, but it's transmutation in D&D.
And as it says, Edward Hood.
Oh. Axel.
You don't get a clear image of one spell, you get several spells here, and they are imbued into the object, and they offer all sorts of things like transportation from one place to another, control over the pocket dimension. You see a spell that... you see divination, because there's information inside this thing. You see spells that protect and harden the shell. You see all sorts of functions, but you don't see any sort of spell names.
Okay, so I'm going to point this out. It says, if it is a magic item or some other magic immune object, you can learn its properties and how to use them.
Yes, and you realize how to use them is Talia. You see that they're connected to specific people and that you do not know how to use them.
Okay, but then we have a boyfriend boy who's not boyfriend who can somehow use these things.
Yes.
Who's not Talia.
He told you that he's been studying the notes of the architect, and are the architect and Talia related? You can tell that it's keyed to a certain level of knowledge or to a specific person.
Okay, but he's not Talia, and he's learned how to do it. So I go, I can do this quicker, and then I cast Identify on it. So then
You are
it
wrong.
should give me the information on how to use it if I'm not Talia.
There is a reason that you cannot. You understand that these are functions that these towers use. You don't know why he can do this. You realize that you realize that it requires specific knowledge which you don't own.
Okay. So there's a specific reason why he can do it, but I can't.
Yes, and you're not. That doesn't come through with Identify.
Okay. I'm going to put 2 and 2 together and say that they're somehow related.
Yes, they're probably somehow related.
Which then I'm going to say, hey, Talia, and,
Jeremy?
Third cousin of my mother's sister.
Jeremy?
Jeremy, are you and Talia related?
Who are you asking?
Both of them. It's a pearl, so I figured they all
Well, okay, so you don't get a response from Talia because she seems occupied. But Jeremy, who is working on this, whatever he's doing, he says, I have no relation to Talia.
I am so angry right now. I am literally pounding my fist as I was like, you stupid thing, I learned it, you don't tell me how to use it.
Is that all coming across the pearl?
Most likely.
Yes.
Wait,
What-
Pearl?
Do you need to have a timeout?
Your link pearls.
I
So
thought
we
that
can
was
talk-
just a magical thing.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's you. Someone said pearl to table, and I got it in my head, but it's not a pearl. It's a permanent spell that you have ability to access.
Gosh.
Yeah, because I have link pearls written down.
That's probably from the Iblis chapter.
It was.
Yes, it was. Because we spoke to everybody with its pearls, so we kept talking to everybody with the pearls.
I'm going to scream, and I'm just going to be like,
He's throwing a tantrum.
Jeremy, I want all your goddamn
Hold
notes."
person.
Are you really?
Yes.
Are you really going to cast hold person on me? Because you see what happened last time someone cast a spell on me.
She just said yes.
Yeah. Please make a wisdom save. Darn it. Oh well.
Do I know that she cast hold person on me? Do I feel a tingling of any soreness?
Soreness?
I mean, he was pretty occupied.
You're in the middle of a temper tantrum. You really think you're going to notice that?
Something weird came across you, but didn't hold.
I stopped. I looked
Him
at the
time.
direction where that came from. I looked at that person scornfully. Do that again and I will break you.
I'd like to see you
Go
try.
ahead, punching the obelisk.
If he wants to break his fist, let him.
We'll just leave him here to have his temper tantrum.
Okay.
He can stay in the pocket dimension.
Anyone have a banky?
All right. So
Metal man.
to answer your question, no. Jeremy says he's not related to Talia.
Want all your notes?
Later. I'm really busy right now.
Dude, they're trying to fix this.
I'm gonna
town.
cast divination.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask, how do we restore this plane and defeat Zan?
I'm not sure that's how divination works, is it? I
Yeah.
thought that was the Wheeler Wool one.
No, that's Augury.
That's Augury. Okay.
Augury is.
I keep getting them backwards.
Your magic
Augury
and
is second
offering.
level.
You-
I keep getting them backwards.
What are you offering?
I
Your
will-
love.
I normally don't care about materials, but the spell references an offering.
Could you use mana?
I have incense. I can offer incense.
Is the incense worth at least 25 gold?
If it has to have monetary value, then probably not. Interesting.
And is it appropriate to Selune's dominion?
Incense?
Yeah, I guess it is.
I mean,
It's
That's
gold.
the most
It's
nuts.
gold-plated incense.
Yeah, gold-plated particle.
actually, in that case, does anybody have milk?
No. I'm currently not pregnant.
Currently,
If I had milk, I wouldn't have milk.
you would have had.
I would have had
Yeah.
milk because I would have drank it.
Get you a cup of cream.
Yeah.
Which lady? There's 4 of them. 5 of them.
The one that's trying to cast divination.
Oh. Yeah.
Zeke is trying to talk to you.
What do you want?
So, an apology would be great first.
Not happening.
Well then, I guess you're not casting your spell, are you?
Just. Why is there not a thing for incense?
Incense is only like a few copper.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
It can't be very expensive.
grumble. What about the fiction novel I have? Is that worth 25 gold?
Probably
Depends on
not.
what the fiction is.
I'll take my 25 gold.
Okay. Are you using this plane's currency or are you using Ravnica currency?
I don't think I have this plane's currency.
So you're just tossing 25 of what are you throwing in?
Here's 25 of this realm's currency.
Oh, okay, I'll use that.
Okay. The coins sort of divinely wither away as you cast divination.
Have a good night, Radio Man.
Thanks for getting in.
Take care.
Okay.
You are in contact with Selune or one of Selune's servants. You may ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity within 7 days.
How many fingers to Tootsie Roll Center or Tootsie Pop?
Selune is not talking to you.
Fingers?
Andrest, I hear you.
How do we restore this realm and defeat Zan?
That's 2 questions. Can you be more specific about the first one if that's the one you want to use? You can ask me both, but I can't guarantee I give you a result for both.
Okay. How do we return this plane to the way it was supposed to work? Or how do we fix what is wrong with Zan?
What is wrong with Zan? He is an automaton built by the architect of this pocket dimension. Let me think about this for a second. How do you fix it? It may not be something you can fix, but there are solutions that you haven't found yet. You may not be able to fix Zan. And you realize that's the end of your spell. You can cast it again if you want to.
Yeah, but it gets less effective every time.
Yes, and you still have to pay another 25 gold.
Yep.
But that's your answer from Selune, is you may not be able to fix Zan, but there are still solutions ahead.
That was incredibly unhelpful.
Well, she answered your question.
Not the way you wanted, but she answered it.
The way of the gods. Yep.
You feel a second wave come to your head for just a moment. You may not be able to fix Zan because it's not something that can be fixed. It's something that's broken from the beginning.
Oh, okay.
So he was crazy always.
I will relay this to my party.
The rest of you have heard her response from Selune.
Fantastic.
Okay. That's good to know.
So...
Any word from Talia yet?
It's just a mere a minute or two later. You don't hear Jeremy over the spell anymore, but she emerges from the spire. And she looks the same as she ever was. But she looks at you guys and she says, well, let's try to fix that town.
Do you have a solution?
She takes her hand and she kind of looks at her hands almost as if they were new to her. And she closes her eyes and she points her hands forward. And she's pointing down at the ground. And you hear this sort of humming, this vibration. And you can see that almost as if she were an earthbender from Avatar, you can see that parts of the ground start to rise up. And you can see a column slowly shift up to about a foot high. And she's in concentration the entire time. It's pretty slow, but she shapes a column into the ground. And she stops doing what she's doing. She says, I apparently can do this now. I can change things.
Hey, DM.
Yes?
I didn't want to interrupt you, but if she's done something funky like that, guess what spell I'm casting at her?
What?
Identify.
Are you going to touch her while she's doing this?
Yeah, I can just touch short or something. Just got me.
Well, she is not a magic object, but there is no real spell that is affecting her. If you touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting her. She appears to be of some level connected to the plane, but she doesn't have any specific spells like Bless or Bane or anything like that.
Does she have the same spells that what I felt when I cast the fight on the pillar?
Not even close. There's none of that in her.
How about any weird mind?
That's not magical.
If you want to do 2 plus 2 here, you would realize that those spells are located within the spires and not her.
Yes.
She has some sort of hidden key to those towers that doesn't come up on Identify.
Correct. The spire's the real magic. She's just a vessel.
It seems. That's what you're collecting from the information you're learning right now.
Is that the spire's the real magic and she's just a conduit?
It appears to be, yes.
Okay.
What she's doing to shape this ground is not the spell Shape Earth. It's just some sort of ability that's not magical in nature.
She has magic woo hands.
They're not magic.
Yes.
Innate.
I am super frustrated because I can't do that.
You pout, and we're gonna go back to town.
Okay.
On the road again.
This time roll d6s, everybody.
Going places we've already been.
Oh, don't worry.
You guys, come on! We're carrying the whole party here.
Got 3 1s this time.
What's that?
Zeke, did you roll one?
He's still
I don't
pouting.
think he can hear me.
Zeke, what'd you roll?
Oh, one. Sorry. For some reason the audio.
We're carrying the entire party. Oh my goodness.
No.
You
You
should,
two
like-
just didn't get the memo.
Right.
Oh. No.
You're just wasting them all now.
There you go.
Okay, I want everyone to roll perception.
Except for Cat because
Nope.
she sees everything.
No, I still want perception. Okay. Anybody roll under above 18?
I mean, by passive is 21 though.
Fair enough. So pretty much everybody but Andrest.
Yep.
Okay. In that case, just
That's
right,
right. We'll carry you this time.
right this second, who would be walking next to Andrest, either in front or behind, or to the side? Who would be closest to her?
I would be nowhere near her because she cast full person on me, and I have a personal
I'd be
grudge
close
against
I was
her.
going to say, she and I usually take the front anyhow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would be in the
close
back because I always try to watch.
Xanthip,
Close to
roll
my pram.
a dex. Just roll a athletics.
That's 3 plus. That would be a 16.
Okay. You guys are walking along, and you notice. I mean, you're not really paying attention to where your feet are.
Not really.
You see, and Andrest starts getting. You guys are walking along, and Andrest suddenly is shorter.
Oh jeez.
When you realize she has fallen through a hole that just appeared in the ground.
Oh, lovely.
And luckily, as she is going through this hole, Xanthip is able to grab on. So
Reflexively catch me.
I want you both to roll a strength check.
Nat 20.
That works with me because I got a 17.
21.
Okay. Using both of your strengths, and this hole starts to expand slowly. And
I gotta go.
Please don't.
Andrest, you fall straight through from where you were standing. You realize as you look down at your legs, this hole continues to keep getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's deepening so quickly that after maybe 10 seconds, you actually can see the ethereal sea beneath you.
No, thank you.
And
Let's go.
other holes start to kind of appear all around you guys. So you all kind of shuffle to
Are they getting wider or just
tiny bit wider. It's very slow, but they're deepening real quick. And luckily with that strength check, you're able to grab onto this terrain and you pull her back up.
Yep.
But you guys might want to start beat feet because the ground starts to shape slowly outwards and other holes.
Looks like Swiss cheese.
Floating disc and fly.
Just you.
I'm going to pick up Laura and put her on my back because I'm a hell of a lot faster than she is.
Thank you.
I'm gonna run whichever way
Yeah.
I put.
Okay.
I'm going to yeet her out of the hole and take off.
Which way are we running?
Anything you're doing?
If we're running with
Okay.
Hound.
You guys are now being careful about where your feet are landing. And it takes maybe 3 or 4 minutes of running, straight out running and dashing as a cat. And full speed ahead.
I trip Cat.
If you can reach her.
Right?
I
Like
can.
she's
With an arrow
gone.
to the knee.
It's Andrest, you're
normal speed.
frightened at the fact that had Xanthip not been able to catch you, you may have fallen through.
Yeah.
And you guys quickly get out of the area and it sort of stops expanding after you leave. And you can see those holes start to slowly fill back in.
I guess terra firma was hungry.
I would like to point out that this you guys rolled
to
4 ones.
Jeremy on the whatever the hell we have. Hey, were you messing with things?
What do you mean?
Were you concentrating on some type of area, terrain kind of spell? Anything
No,
of
what?
that nature?
What are you talking about? I didn't do anything like that.
Okay, well, a bunch of sinkholes just suddenly magically forming under us, and then now they're magically forming back in.
Oh, I wonder.
What's in a wonder
Oh,
bar?
so it was you.
No, I didn't do that, but that might be the work of Zan.
But he's back already?
Oh, what is
Holy
he,
crap.
like, interfering with the obelisks now, and you can track its signal?
He's always had the ability to take control of them. And he hasn't really done it since there were only 2, but now there's 3. He can do these kinds of things. He may not be back. If you said that out loud.
I did say that out loud.
He may not be fully back yet. He hasn't reformed, but his consciousness is still part of the realm.
Okay.
I said a bunch of 4-letter words that I won't say on stream out loud.
The FCC appreciates it.
And you know what? Actually, I have an idea. And he says, "Give me 30 seconds. Try to get safe. Make sure you're away from that area."
We booked it. We're not there anymore.
You guys are about 20 minutes away from the gates of the city, and mere seconds later. Oh, I see what you're doing. Mere seconds later, you hear Jeremy return to you. He says, "That's definitely what happened. My spire is safe. The one you guys were near is safe. It looks like Zan may be controlling the one in the North Forest area."
The one we already restored?
Yeah, it's not destroyed. No, you guys restored this one.
Oh, the one that we had went to first.
Yes. He appears to be in control of it. You guys can go, you and Talia can go turn it off if you want, otherwise these things might keep happening.
Which is a bit of a quickie question, because Zan usually doesn't want to kill Talia, but that would have definitely killed her if she would have fallen the hole.
It may have been a blast method. I think he might have just been trying to get everybody, period. But you're right. Wow. He normally doesn't want to hurt her, so that might have been... I can't explain it.
He's only got half a brain right now since, we...
That could be.
What if there was a way...
Or maybe her falling in helps him somehow. I don't know. I just know that if you fall into that ethereal sea, you're gone. I can't get you back.
What if there was a way to merge Zan and Talia?
That could be interesting.
Are you asking this over the spell with Jeremy or just to the party?
I'll say over the spell to Jeremy. Like, what if that's the problem with Zan? Is because he doesn't have a higher conscience?
I don't think that's possible, from what I understand.
Are you looking for like a robot with emotions? Because you're looking at one.
You only have one emotion. That's envy.
I'm not envious. What are you talking about? You're nothing.
Jeremy says, no, I don't think that's what's happening. That's a good idea, but she is a person who came from the original plane that was destroyed, Forta, and Zan is a creation of the plane. I don't think that's possible, and I wouldn't want to do that anyway. Zan appears to be evil, or at the very least, intent on destroying things. And I don't want him to take Talia.
I'm assuming we're having this conversation and walking.
Yes, you guys are about 10 minutes away from the city.
I'm going to toss out a question here. What happened to set Zan off?
That's a good question.
I'm going to assume that Zan did not start destroying things the moment you guys showed up.
Right, because he wasn't programmed to do that.
That's a good question, and I'm not actually... I am from Forta, but I don't... I was shunted here. I didn't come here originally. I was sort of one of the last escapees from Forta.
That's fine. We have
Talia.
somebody else who can answer this question.
Talia. What happened?
I didn't... And this is Talia speaking. I know I don't have a voice change here,
That's okay. Not everybody can do voices.
I don't... I didn't even know Zan's existence, and I can't remember that far back. As far as I remember, I've only recently seen him. I didn't know there was a automaton in this place.
How long has this pocket dimension been around?
You can see she's like really thinking about it. I don't know.
Could that be part of her brain that's missing?
You guys have made it to the town. What do you want to do now?
Well, Talia said that she was going to attempt to do something to this town, maybe get the people back. Let's see what thought.
Well, what was your plan? Maybe I can help you with that.
My plan was to create some sort of antenna, and I have a spell called Dispel Magic that when you saw what happened when I used it up on the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that using the antenna to force the energies out to cover more of the town, using our planeswalkers' abilities in conjunction with it to potentially cause it to have a greater and more permanent effect.
And she points to the fort, and she says, "Let's get on top of that. Let's go up one of
We have
those."
to create this. We have to create the antenna first.
Let's just try. I think we can do it without that.
Okay. Well, tell you what. Just to be safe, let's run by a blacksmith and see if there might be something we could use.
Okay.
Just might as well grab everything just in case.
Set up, you.
I need you to roll a percentile and 2 other people. You decide who.
Zeke and
Allure.
Yes.
Roll percentile.
Roll
Zeke
percentile.
2.
I can find it.
I haven't used you in so long.
not bad. It doesn't count if it's on the floor.
Down.
That's why I rerolled it.
90?
Wow.
Nice.
90.
You beat me. What'd you get?
17.
It balances out.
Or is
I
it
have-
100?
I have a 7 in mine. 67.
You guys find a collection excuse me,
rolls.
of iron and steel rods and some metal bars. You can probably quickly...
I was going to say, Zeke, if you would be so kind to use your capabilities to make some sort of antenna out of this while we attempt this project.
I will use my ability of flash to help you with that as well.
All right.
If you need me to roll for something.
Nope. You create some sort of metal contraption that has prongs, and it looks like it would expand the effect of a spell.
I look at Zen and I go, you can get the leg. Oh wait, never mind. You don't have that. Where you come from? Got it. Okay.
And yeah.
Okay.
Head on over.
We might go about like 5 minutes over 10 if that's cool.
okay.
Okay, we're
We
about to be
started
finished.
about 10 minutes late.
Yeah, and long break. So, you guys make it. You have to go into the fort, which is open. There's no real closed doors.
Okay.
Over the series, you see all these sorts of weapon racks, armories. You see on the second floor, there's several what look like they would be cells. You see rooms cordoned off into bars, and you see chains on the walls. On the third floor, you see some desks and bookcases, and then by the time you get to the fourth floor, it's more open. And there's a small spiral staircase inside the tower that leads to a parapet on the the nearest tower.
Mm-hmm.
You guys make it all the way through all that because there's nobody to stop you and there's nothing in there besides ghosts.
The noises and such. Okay.
Yep, you hear walking on cobble, you hear scribbling on the desks, you can hear a little bit of rattle in the room with the chains.
Goes back to normal. People are like, how'd you get up there? How'd you get past all our security?
So, you make it to this parapet and you can see pretty much the majority of the town from here.
Oh, cool.
It's a nice eagle-eye view up there.
So, were you able to get energy from the fire?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I got one.
And you've got some energy?
Negative.
No?
Nope. I do not have any energy.
We should probably fix that.
Somebody have a book they're carrying?
I was thinking something much easier than that. Here's a water skin.
Okay. I'm gonna try and draw blue mana from the water skin.
Roll percentile.
77.
You consume some of the water from the water skin as it all turns into this blue energy. And it flies into your hands and it fills you with this one blue,
Yay.
familiar source of power.
Do I feel like my tank is full?
Yes.
Okay.
So while we're up here,
I'm a weak plate.
I'm going to place the antenna at a high point.
Okay.
I think all three of us should hold on to the antenna. Talia, I'm not sure what you're capable of doing, but if you're going to assist, place your hand on the antenna as well.
She's already on it.
I am going to cast Dispel Magic, and I'd like to focus on a bubble covering the entire town, causing everything to appear. Everything to appear and everything to... For me in particular, I'm going to focus on like a stereogram.
Okay.
And getting the two images to
sync.
Andras, what are you envisioning as you join hands with the other three?
I guess what I'm envisioning is my mana going into Xanthip to power up his spell and being channeled through the antenna.
Okay. Do you have any visions that you're trying to accomplish here?
Just trying to also use my mana to kind of magnify his spell.
Okay.
This is gonna suck.
Yeah. You're about to be a conduit.
This is gonna suck.
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Flash of Genius ability, and which will give Xanthib a +4. I'm sorry, now it's a +5 to any ability check or saving throw.
That might be helpful.
That might be helpful.
You'll pass out as all the energy goes boom.
They're all touching and hitting out like, if you just stand this way and lift one leg a little bit higher, and I'll just adjust the antenna like this.
So red, blue, and what are you using?
Green.
Green, okay.
No,
all right.
use black.
I haven't had a chance to.
Well, you might get a chance if you pass out.
Right?
So Talia
To
is...
go from having a ponytail to a crop top because my hair just fries.
Talia has her eyes closed and she is making a small meditative noise. She's, and she's
I used the wrong word, I know I did.
she's touching this metal framework.
Mm-hmm.
And you join with her, and these two are touching you as you're the conduit.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's your spell.
what's that?
I have to be touching him as well.
Okay.
I
Well,
only got 3 hands on me.
well, have fun with this one. So,
So is it the
you, Xanthip, in your mind's eye here, you're picturing this green forming within your bank, and it pours through, And you can actually, for a brief moment of clarity, you can kind of see that Talia's is interfacing with this metal device, and you can see when you open your eyes very quickly, and actually the rest of you, well, Allure and Kat, since everyone else is meditating,
I see nothing.
you can see this purple, and it starts out light and becomes dense. You see this purple sort of bubble form around the metal object, and it starts to expand, and quickly it encompasses all 7 of you, and it starts to expand even further. And as you're seeing this, Xanthip, you're already feeling a bit tired from spending your mana.
Yeah.
Then, as that green leaves your body, you feel twice as much power quickly surge through, like it comes through like your shoulders, the backside of you, and travels down your arms, and you're immediately in pain.
Oh, this is cool.
And I need you to make a con save.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Don't forget it's +5.
I was going to say that was a +5.
You're going to probably need it.
20. Dirty.
It's rough. And make another one.
Where's Xanthip?
I can use Flash of Genius up to 4 times before I need to rest, so if you need someone to, like, squeeze onto, I can do that as well.
Are you giving him a second charge?
Yes.
Okay.
I will, like, I see he's in pain, so I grab onto him and, like, alright, I'll take it. We can do this. Yeah!
This is going to hurt. That was a 13.
With his 5?
With his 5.
Okay.
Where's Xanthip?
So you feel this burst. Your green energy has gone.
Yep.
And it's finally fully out when you're overwhelmed with this red. Well, you've seen a little bit of blue before because you two have done stuff together. But you've never seen this red, and this blue hits you and goes through you, and it's like a kidney trying to process too much at once.
Yep.
Oof. It's filtering through you, and you're having a hard time pushing it out as quickly as it's. I'm trying to find a way that's not sexual of saying this. Yeah, you're trying to find a way to move this through without it backing up on you.
Yep.
And when Angela, you're not making this easy.
I think she lost everything. That Joe did.
When the blue mana has passed, you have this overwhelming. Come on, man! I'm trying to finish up here.
Keep going, Patrick.
There's no. I'm trying.
Don't
Sorry, I had to do that to those.
You feel this brand new source of energy hit you've never experienced.
Okay.
And you have this intense fire in your soul. You feel energetic. You feel great, even though you're in pain. You feel warm. You are... Oh, there it is again. Hey, thanks for the sub.
Thank you for the sub, Mr. Abstracto.
Much appreciated.
I'm going to have to figure out why that clip is weird.
You have this fire running through you, and this pushes through too. But it hurts. It hurts a lot. And in almost 4 separate phases, the two of you see Allure, and Kat. You see...
Allure doesn't see, she's...
You see this
dial-up tone.
purple energy bubble start to expand and stop. And then it quickly pushes forward and expands like twice as big. And so it comes out, stops, and then poof, it's bigger. And this happens 2 more times, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger. And so it starts to cover the entire city.
Jeez. This was like each wave.
And the sun coming through this purple energy around you, it's tinted. So you can see like the sunlight looks purple. Everything's...
It's like looking through stained
So
glass.
it's my city.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're familiar with stuff that looks like this. And you can see this sort of vibration. You see a distortion in the air, starting from the bottom of the ground level on the street, and it's sort of everything starts to shake, and then as it starts going up the buildings, you see beneath where the shaking is solid. Things look different. You see people appearing in the streets. You see carts on the roads. You see horses. You see life returning, and it starts shaking, and everything is sort of refocusing in a wave. Weird. And it continues to the top, and it finally hits your feet because you're on the 5th floor of this parapet, and you almost lose your balance because like the ground underneath you is shaking. But as you're trying to get your footing back, it's already back as it's solid, and you get this massive thunderous boom as the entire bubble erupts.
Sweet.
And all 3 of you have 0 mana. Xanthip,
I have more than 0.
You're at 0. I know you maybe had 2.
Oh, I'm talking after expending all of this, I have less than 0.
Oh, I think I said more than. Yeah, no. You are at 0, and I need you to put yourself. No, it's not a roll. You are at level 2 exhaustion.
Oh,
as you go and black out.
Blop.
Sleepy time.
So you see, now that this bubble erupts, you can see. I do need one more dice roll from everybody before we quit for the night, so don't put your dice away quite yet.
No, I'm keeping the dice.
Except for me, because I'm sleeping.
You'll still roll this dice though.
Oh, okay.
This one you will roll.
Okay.
This bubble collapses, and Kaelin and Andrast break out of their meditation, and you see that as you both were channeling your mana through Xanthip is on the floor, knocked out.
Oh, oops. Whoops. I'm probably simultaneously.
I'm probably trying to catch him.
Yeah, you can gracefully lower him to the ground, but he's out.
I suck to see.
And
oops.
As you look down, the sounds of life are matching as there is people and carts and horses and animals.
Sweet.
You have returned the town to...
It's not quite creepy anymore.
Not quite creepy. Well, we'll find out. You don't know how creepy it is yet.
It's not crazy creepy.
You might have done a bad thing. This might be an evil town.
Yeah, just be like, oops.
But
we did it.
Notice the horses are actually nightmares.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh, so what you're saying is
Oh, a fire bell.
Fire bell.
It's a 12.
It's
It's a 12.
unfortunate.
Everybody roll a percentile, and I will call your name. Xanthip.
I heard 76.
Ooh.
Jeez.
81.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
You should
No,
not be able to roll the
that's-
same thing on percentile 2 times in a row.
No.
I just did.
Well,
did
the
that
chance of
twice.
that is 1 in
Sure.
10,000. Is 1 in
Yeah,
10,000.
I'm like, I
Say
know it's
10
not
grand.
900.
Andrast.
22.
Ooh. Kaelin.
90.
Wow. Zeke.
92.
Good.
Jeez.
76 twice.
Allure.
69.
Nice.
Of course, Allure's the one to get that.
And Kat.
81.
I'm the only one who rolled below 50. What the heck?
You just like to be different.
Apparently.
Okay.
No, I just rolled the wrong dice.
Oh, okay.
So,
Somewhere.
as this thunder, shakes and the bubble collapses and Xanthip's out cold, and you're all sort of figuring out what's going on, you all look around. Talia's there. Xanthip's cold. You see you two regaining your consciousness, and Kat is gone.
Oh, God.
He's gonna leave me gone for the 2 weeks.
Kat is gone.
Oh boy.
No.
And that's where we're gonna stop.
Ah.
Yeah, Nina's like, I hate you now. I love you, but I hate you.
So the bubble exploded and you go bloop.
So now
So the
there's.
boom was.
You've been trying.
I've
also.
been trying, so
You've been trying.
so I'm not gonna.
I'm not gonna bitch because this is exactly what I
I
wanted.
think the
Yeah,
only
I
one
have
that
a
really
lot of-
hasn't been tried has been a
Nina?
lure.
I did that's exactly what I did too, because after we both started trying, and all of a sudden, boom, and then boom.
Right? Well, I'm like, oh, come on. Because I have a lot of ideas on Talia's mind.
All right. Well, that was it for the night. Thank you all for hanging out.
Woo!
This has been Wanderers. We will return in 2 weeks. But
Now he's gonna have lots
In the
of
meantime-
in the meantime, what's going on tomorrow, Thaco?
Tomorrow is going to be Heroes Approved night on Dragons in the Dining Room as we play the Fall of Volklug.
Bless you.
The what?
The Fall of Volklug. Volklug is a giant who's dying. Friday we have a day off. Saturday will be
Lormir!
Lormir.
Finally!
Finally!
It is also Halloween though.
True.
And as I said, we're going to play that one by ear. I want to say we're going to be playing just because a lot of the Halloween-y stuff probably won't happen.
Yeah, I'm guessing most people are probably not gonna trick or treat
With the way
because
that we
COVID.
have our weather and whatnot going on in town, we're probably going to wind up playing.
I don't mind that. We can play in costumes.
Saturday is going to be Mad Mage.
You mean Sunday?
Sunday is going to be Mad Mage because I don't know how to talk a week. Yeah, I think those are the announcements for that. And then a thank you goes out to Syrinscape for the audio that we use. A huge thank you goes out to Legendcraft for being our sponsor. If you want to check out tables for gaming, they do some amazing handcrafted tables. They're also working on a bunch of peripherals that you can use for your tabletop gaming. Thank you goes out to all of you folks for joining us and watching with us because we wouldn't have a stream without you.
We want to raid?
And yes, we will raid if you have somebody in mind.
Crouch Couches.
Crouch Couch,
Dr.
Parallax,
Boss.
Dr. Boss.
I can't
I was gonna say my choice is Parallax, but if we need to go to Hero Approved,
No, he's probably.
I honestly don't care.
Okay.
Either one
Let's
works.
do Parallax.
okay, I'm sure Parallax will like it. So
I mean, you're the one DMing right now, so I kind of
9
defer
o'clock
to
at
that.
night. He's.
Let's go see my friend. He's playing Doom, so.
Isn't it? Oh,
Yep, I know what it is.
It was guided.
Woohoo.
Okay, we're gonna go say hi to my friend who is playing Doom. So everybody have a great night.
Good
And watch
night.
people get and watch monsters get gibbed.
Oh yeah, we'll see you next time.
Lots of exploding bodies.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.